Good morning. We are here live on Twitch. We are here for the end of the 2026 season here on MLB The Show with your Seattle Mariners. We have the end of the season coming up. We have I believe it is 5 games. We have 5 games coming up as we get ready to end the season. We have 2 games against Houston, where we will see Luis Castillo face Hunter Brown in Game 1, and Bryce Miller take on Tatsuya Ima in Game 2. I'm sorry, we have 6 games left. I'm sorry, I did not miscounted on the Angels. And then we have 4 games with the Angels. We will see Brian Sloan take on Reed Detmer. We will see Logan Gilbert face Yasui Kikuchi in Game 2. Game 3, Zach Eflin and George Kirby. And then in the season finale, still TBD. So let's go ahead and get into the Houston series, where we will see George Kirby. I was looking at George Kirby for something else. Luis Castillo versus Hunter Brown. We are going to player lock for this episode, and what I want to do is we're going to player lock with we're going to player lock with Julio Rodriguez. Alright, so we're player locking with Julio. We are 86 and 70. Astros are 69 and 87. We have clinched our division.
From the home of the Mariners since 1999,
going
T-Mobile
to the
Park
postseason
here in Seattle. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Houston Astros taking on the Seattle Mariners. John Shambi, Chris Singleton with you. All right, Singy, let's get right into it. He threw an absolute gem last time out.
Seriously, Boog. I mean, this guy was nearly untouchable. Opposing hitters baffled all day long. Impressive stuff, and we'll see if his teammate can match it today.
All right, we're going to get into this. The Astros, the Mariners.
First pitch coming your way next.
Here from Seattle. We see Luis Castillo. 30 games, he's 10 and 12, 195.2 innings pitched, 4.37 ERA, 135 WHIP, 192 strikeouts, 22.7 on the strikeout rate, 7.3 on the walk rate. And it will start with the Astros.
Take your base. 3.
So we've got 1 out, 1 on, as we've got Mastrobuoni at first with a single. They got Raleigh to fly out, and Julio Rodriguez will step to the plate.
1 down, and now it's Julio Rodriguez.
And Rodriguez gets a hold of that one, but he flies out to right center. Mastrobuoni mails back into first, and we've got 2 outs as Cody Clemens comes to the plate. So we're going to start the next inning, and apparently we're going to take the field.
Second inning,
as
to go.
Jose Altuve will step up to the plate.
Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. Base hit, takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in. Not
We're not
in
going to
time.
get him,
That's a
but
leadoff double.
He
we're
went up
going to
there
make
and
the
got it.
throw.
2 strikes. I'm not going to leave this in the
So
umpire's
Altuve
hands.
got a
Pretty
double, his
aggressive. He was in a
27th of the
location where you
year,
could get those arms extended,
and
what he loves to do.
it
So
gets
nice
on
job
board.
right there, coming back in that at bat.
Rosarena hit a homer, put us on the board. They scored 2 runs in the third. So we are up. We've got Mastrobuoni at first. He drew a walk. Raleigh struck out. And yeah, so here we go. Hunter Brown against
Runner on at
Julio
first for
Rodriguez.
one ball. Next to hit, Julio Rodriguez. He's one of the best players in the game. Rodriguez, a strong-arm center fielder, hitting third in the lineup, and he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300 in his last 10 games.
Rodriguez flew out to right center in his first appearance.
Hit
He's
weakly
going
on
to
the
ground that one to third
Over to Altuve.
and
in
not
time to
get
first.
caught at
It's a
first.
fielder's
He's going to
choice.
haul down the line. They rule it a fielder's choice as they get to force at second.
So 2 down, Cody Clemens.
But
getting ready to
Rodriguez
hit.
is still standing at first. Oh,
Push
shit.
toss to first. Rodriguez back in a
That
dive.
almost ended horribly.
Runner breaks early
Shit,
for
I
second.
broke early.
Step off.
I broke too early.
Out at second. That's the inning. It's the Astros 2 and the Mariners 1.
I broke too early. Oh my God. I had him timed, but I missed it. Oh. Oh. Whoopsie.
Out. 3 out. First base. That's ball 4. Out. Ball 4. Take the base.
And we scored 3 runs.
Number 41, Spencer Arrighetti.
Okay, so Clemens, Naylor had singles. Donovan got hit by a pitch. Rosarena walked. Nathan Lucas hit a single. Cole Young hit into a fielder's choice. Mastrobuoni walked. Mastrobuoni hit a single. Raleigh walked. So we got the bases loaded. Julio Rodriguez is up with Spencer Arrighetti on the mound. We've got decent speed at third, at least gap shot power to get Young in. Mastrobuoni would follow. The only one to worry about is Raleigh, but you know,
Julio Rodriguez
we'll get there. So
coming
we're
to the
ahead.
plate now
We're
in
ahead
the spot.
4-2.
Yeah, don't need much damage here.
As
Just a base
Aaron
hit.
Getty
Let
is
people
coming
score
in,
two.
and he is going to face J-Rod.
Chris,
That
he's
one
been one of the
misses
most
for a
powerful
ball.
hitters in baseball
So we got
this
Cole
year.
Young, Miles
His home run numbers are
Mastrobuoni,
good
and
enough
Cal
to put him
Raleigh
top
on
5
plate,
in the league.
on base. We're in the bottom of the 4, 2 outs.
The 1-0.
Ooh,
He's
he
so
got me
good
to swing
about
over that
trying to drive the ball to
sweeper.
the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
Swing and a miss.
Mother.
As he was out front that time.
I was too early.
Swing and a ball popped.
Got a
in
hold
the
of
air.
that one, but it's going to be pop foul, thankfully.
Well, they say it's a game of inches, and that's a perfect example right there. Could have been a big swing in this game if it stayed fair.
Oh my God, it would have been. Probably would have been a double. It just went foul by like maybe an
The
inch,
Ends
inch and a half.
trying to break this one open. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swings and
Ooh, that
misses.
mother.
Struck him
Ooh.
out. Inning ends.
So
and
4
that
innings
stops the
are
bleeding.
over.
So they
The
get
Mariners
3 runs
have
in
taken the
inning,
lead.
But they also leave the bases loaded. We're headed to the
And
5th.
we're
It's
going to the 5th
Mariners
inning.
4 and the Astros 2.
Seattle
This
was
is
up
AL West
4-2.
action on MLB The Show.
3. You're out. 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 3.
Altuve hit a solo homer, cut the lead to 4-3.
Out. You're out. 3. Out. Out. Ball 4. Take your base.
So we are in the bottom of the 7th. We got 1 out as Ryan Wees Weeze is in the game. Cal Raleigh is standing at first. Julio Rodriguez is up with Cody Clemens to follow.
One down, runner at first. Julio Rodriguez, the next to hit. 0 for 3 in this one.
That one is hit to second.
For one.
And they're going to get Raleigh, but they don't get Rodriguez as he gets to first base. Cody
And now
Clemens
for
is at the
Seattle,
plate.
Cody Clemens.
He singled and scored a run.
Runner on the move. Ground ball left side.
And they're going to throw Clemens out as the
And
seventh is going to come to an end.
One left for Seattle.
So
But
7
they hold
innings
on
in
to
the
a
books.
4-3 lead.
We are ahead 4-3 as it'll be Diaz, Altuve, and Myers to open up the 8th for the Astros.
3. Out. Out. That's ball 4.
Donovan hits a homer, cuts it to 5-3. We pick up the win 5-3
Well, this was
as we get the first game of this 2-game series.
Key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
A 5-3 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
Castillo gets his 11th win on the year. Hunter Brown falls to 6-14. Brash gets his 9th save on the year. Randy Arozarena was named player of the game. He went 1 for 2 with a home run and 2 RBIs. For the Astros, Altuve had a double. He had a homer. He had an RBI, as did Correa and Christian Walker. Isaac Paredes was hit by a pitch. Altuve had a sac hit. Hunter Brown, who takes the loss, goes 3 2/3. He gives up 6 hits, 4 runs, 4 walks, 4 Ks. Spencer Arrietty goes an inning and a third. He gets 2 strikeouts. Ryan Wise goes 2 innings. He gives up a walk. Bennett Sosa goes an inning, gives up a hit, a run, walked a guy. And that is it for the Astros. For the Mariners, Arozarena and Brendan Donovan had homers. Arozarena had 2 RBIs. Donovan, Lucas, Mastrobuoni had an RBI each. Donovan was hit by a pitch. He also committed a fielding error. And Rodriguez, of course, was caught stealing. That, I mistimed when the pitch was coming and got caught. It happens. Anyway, Luis Castillo goes 5 innings. He gives up 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 walks, 6 Ks. He gets the win. Cade Anderson goes an inning and 2/3, gives up a hit, strikes out 2. Gabe Spire goes an inning and a third. He gets a strikeout. Matt Brash goes an inning, gets 2 Ks. He gets to save his 9th on the year. Astros fall 5-3 to the Mariners in Game 1 of this short 2-game series. As the season is getting closer day by day to the end as we wrap up the month of September. Game 2, it'll be Tatsuya Ima against Bryce Miller. Miller making his 2nd appearance of the game since coming off the injured list. He hadn't made an appearance since July. He came back, made an appearance. Actually made an appearance a week ago when we were facing the Angels and he got the win. So we're looking for hopefully another stellar appearance from Miller to finish out this series, take the 2 games from the Astros, and as we get ready to end the season after this, hosting the Angels for 4 games. So we're going to do another player lock for this game, and we're going to follow the shortstop, Miles Mastrobuoni.
We're here
So
in
we're
Seattle.
back in Seattle
The
for
show brings you a
game 2,
matchup of division rivals.
the final
It's
game
the
of the
Houston
series.
Astros taking on the Seattle Mariners. John Shambi on play-by-play. Chris Singleton providing the color. Well, Singy, all eyes on him today after his incredible performance in the last one.
Yeah, Boog, that was one of the best hitting displays I've seen in a while. My man was in the zone. If he's able to carry that momentum over to today, we're in for a show on MLB The Show.
Highlighting Rosarena's last game yesterday against the Astros.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this.
As we get ready to
And
close
today's
out the
starting
final
pitcher,
game of the
Bryce
series.
Miller.
Miller, 21 appearances this year. He's 12-3, 132.2
well.
rating, 373 ERA, a whip of 114, 103 strikeouts,
Team will be happy.
strikeout rate 19.2, and a walk rate of 5.0. We'll see how it goes. And we'll lead off the inning. Tatsuya Ima versus Miles Mastrobuoni.
Stepping in, Miles Mastrobuoni.
Mastrobuoni right now has a career high in RBIs as he has 58 on this season.
And he drops it down the third
Drops
base
the bunt. It's down the third base line, and he's going to make
No
it
chance. That's an infield
as
single.
he gets an infield single.
He was racing down the line and probably didn't assume he was going to be safe until his foot hit the bag and looked up for the umpire. Nice.
Honestly, I
Great
didn't think
hustle
it's going to
give
stay.
himself a knock.
I didn't think that bunt was going to stay fair. It wasn't until the dude picked it up that I was like, oh, it's fair. So I've got some decent speed. So
Ollie with just
They
one
actually
more
want me
homer
to
to reach
steal.
the 200 career mark. Quick toss to first. Back in
Yeah, we're back
save,
safely.
really close.
You know, we usually talk about bigger numbers when it comes to homers, but only about 400 major leaguers have ever.
Runner takes off. There's the ball.
Mastrobuoni gets into second with the stolen base.
It's a stolen base.
Looks like the base runner
His
had a pretty good
13th on the
feel
gear.
pitcher's move. After that pick over, seemed to settle in, and he took off right away. Nice job
And
of
he's
stealing
in.
second right there.
And we got a runner at second, nobody out. Raleigh, who's got some power, is at the plate. 1-2
And
count.
it's second. Swings
And
and
he
misses.
struck out.
Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike three.
Now, Boog, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep
So the
swinging,
Rays
or
had
you wanna
clinched
give him his
the
space,
AL
what exactly
East
he needs.
and have
Right
earned
now,
their
it's
first
clearly a struggle for
postseason
him, and you're just
prefer-
hoping that somehow,
postseason
some way it'll
appearance in
click,
2
and he
years.
can get out of this as quickly as possible.
Julio Rodriguez up next for the Mariners.
Julio Rodriguez is
One
up.
out, the runner
Count
at
is
second
1
here in
and
the
2.
second
We
and
got an
final
out.
game of the series.
And
Fires in time.
ooh, they got him. I didn't think they'd get him, but they got him.
Left fielder,
Cody Clemens is
Cody
up.
Clemens. Now at the
0-2
plate.
count.
And Singy, we already
He's at
know
a
he's gonna
career
finish
high
the
with
season
31
a new
homers.
Career high in home runs.
Question is, can he
Mastrobuoni
add to
at
it?
second with 2 down. Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. Out to short. Oh, nice play to first. And he's safe at first.
And we scored a first run.
Scores from second. And it's 1-0.
Well, they strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive.
I mean, I was running to third, and when he made the throw to first, I was like, you know what? If he gets called out, I tried, and then he made it to first, and I was like, well, I'm already headed to the plate, so why not?
Out. 3. Out. You're out. 3.
So we got 2 outs. Nathan Lucas is at the plate. Nathan Lucas is at second. Mastrobuoni is at the plate. And
So
he will be
runners
looking to
second
try to get on again.
Miles Mastrobuoni up
We
next
dropped
for
the bunt to
Mariners.
get on the
A
first
single
time.
run scored and a walk.
I don't see that working this time. So we're going to have to actually try to hit the ball.
To the right
We
side.
hit that
And
one towards
chance
the right
handled.
side. Picked up by the
Throws to
first
first in
baseman. They
time.
make the
They
play.
don't come much closer
2
than that.
innings in the
Bang,
books,
bang play
and
in the inning. We
we're
played
ahead
2
1-0.
innings. It's 1-0.
Thanks to the run that I scored in the first inning.
Ball 4, take your base.
So we got 2 runners on, Paredes and Pena. Miller in a bit of trouble, as we will see. Yordan Alvarez at the plate. That could be.
First and second.
That could be scary.
Here's Yordan Alvarez.
Jordan Alvarez.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Hit on the ground to short.
Shit!
Second pulls him off the bag. Everybody's
My
gonna
bad.
be safe.
Oh,
Oh, that was a great chance to turn 2 with the 6-4-3.
Shit, that was
right
my
there.
bad.
The feed to second. Maybe the most important part of starting that double play. Just didn't get it right there. And these
I
players
was
work
trying
on
to
a
aim
lot
it
during
and
batting
fucking
practice,
aimed it
and
wrong, and
that feed's
I
not
paid
Ball
for
4,
it.
take your base.
Astros put up 5 runs in the third thanks to my error,
That's ball 4.
but we. Ah, damn! They put up 5 runs. We answered with 5 of our own, and we are in the bottom of the 4th inning. We're leading it off 6-5. Is the score?
Back at T-Mobile Park.
This is
Ready to go. Bottom 4. Well,
This
he's
is
been knocked around
insane.
pretty good so far, but they've got him back out there at least to begin the inning.
Yeah, and you wonder just the strength and perhaps the health of that bullpen for him to go back out there. But he's taking this one for the team. Perhaps he can stabilize things in the
on that
offense.
one to first,
Walker
and that's
takes
going
it
to
the
be
bag.
our
One
first
pitch and 1
out.
out. No action in the
Ball
bullpen,
4,
though.
take your base. Ball 4, take your base. You're out. Out. That's ball 4. Out. 3. Out. 3.
So we're going to lead off the 7th, or we're going to lead off the bottom of the 6th. It'll be Spencer Aaron Getty.
Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news.
Guardians
from
have
around
won their
the league.
8th straight. Royals lead the Twins by a game and a half with 4 games left, and then Sean Burke fires 7 innings of 1 hit ball and a win against the Royals, who are in a battle with the Twins for the division for the Central. So basically all the news and notes covering the AL Central in that one. Mastrobuoni gets a hold of this one.
Lays out,
It
but he
drops.
can't squeeze it. Now he
He's going to
turns and
haul
heads
ass
for
to second
To
and
second
get
and
in
safe. Those
with the
plays are
leadoff double.
challenging for outfielders because of the chase to the
His
ball.
27th
You know
of
you
the
have to
year.
do everything perfect just to track it down.
And
Sometimes
Cal
even
Raleigh
that's not
is
enough
going to
make the
be
catch.
the next man up. As that one looked like it was going to be a catch, but it just didn't land in the glove.
Runner in scoring position, no outs.
Raleigh
Cal
with a
Raleigh
2-1
up next
count.
for the Mariners.
They want me to steal third.
He's trying for third in the dirt.
And that one was in the dirt, so thank God we get third.
Well, sometimes
14th
stealing third
stolen
can be
base.
tough, especially if that shortstop or second baseman are making some noises, moving towards the bag, try to make you think that you've got to stay close. Well, they didn't do a very good job of that. Get a comfortable lead, got a great jump, and that's how you steal
So
third
we got a
base.
3-2 count. Raleigh is at the plate. Aaron Getty.
Swings
Pitches
and
it.
hits one in the
And
air
that
towards right
one.
field. Brings it in. Runner tags from third. He's into
And we're going to score the run.
And they lead
On the sack fly, we're up 7-5. As Raleigh just sends this one into deep right.
Good job to drive in that run from third.
Mastrobuoni waited, took off, and crossed the plate without too much theatrics. Naylor hit a 2-run homer, added to the lead. It's now 9-5. Logan.
Ball 4, take your base. That's ball 4. You're out.
So we're looking at a 9-9 score now as the Astros hit a grand slam, apparently. And it's yeah, I'm gonna need to look at the game log because this is insane. So we're gonna go look into the game log because this has been a lot of shit to try to keep up with. So in the 6th inning, we got 3 runs. The sac fly by Raleigh that scored Mastrobuoni, and then a 2-run homer that was hit by Naylor that scored he and Rodriguez. So the 7th inning, Diaz hit the grand slam. Logan Evans came in to pitch and apparently gave up the grand slam that tied the game. Ouch. This is a lot of shit to try to keep up with.
Ahead run on base. Miles
So we got the go-ahead run at first. Mastrobuoni at the plate. And he's going to line this one to the left. And we've got 2 runners on, 1 out. As the go-ahead run moves up to second. With Cal Raleigh coming to the plate.
High leverage spot right there. Now a good opportunity to potentially jump ahead in this game here in the later innings.
The switch hitting catcher will come up to hit. Cal
Raleigh hit from the left side. And at a 3-2 count. He's going to hit that one to third. And they get the double play. 7 innings in the books. Game is tied at 9. And, well, we're not done yet. And that throw beat him by like 2-3 steps. So the Astros take the lead in the 8th inning.
Take your base. You're out. 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 3.
And we lose it 10-9, splitting the series a game apiece.
But we saw both teams come ready to swing it in this one, and they found a lot
they
of
came.
success.
Yeah, everybody
Touchdowns
came
on
ready
the
to
board.
swing the
Pretty
ball.
amazing, and it turned out to be a close one, considering all the runs put up. Really wild.
In a 1-run game as this one ends 10-9. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long from T-Mobile Park in Seattle.
So the game ends 10-9. Ryan Wise gets the win. Yainer Diaz is named player of the game. Hit a homer and 2 doubles. So Pena and Diaz had doubles. Diaz had 2. Pena and Diaz also homered. Pena had the RBI. Altuve an RBI. Carrera an RBI. Diaz had 7 RBIs. 1, 2, 3. Something about that doesn't make sense. And following the logic of it is, if Diaz had 7 RBIs, then they should have won 11-9 instead of 10-9, because Pena, Altuve, Carrera, that's 3. Diaz has 7, so that should be 11, not 10. The math just ain't math. The math does not work. But it's a video game, so what the hell are you going to do? Christian Walker was hit by a pitch. Carlos Correa had a sac fly. Altuve stole his 8th bag on the year. Ema goes 3 2/3. He gives up 7 hits, 6 runs, walked 3, struck out 5. Spencer Aaron Getty goes 2 innings, gives up 4 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned and 2 Ks. Ryan Wise gets the victory. He goes 1 1/3 innings, gives up 2 hits, walked a guy. Bennett Sosa goes an inning, gives up a walk and a K. Brian Abreu gets his 33rd save on a year. He goes an inning, gives up 2 Ks. For the Mariners, Julio Rodriguez, Nathan Lucas, and Miles Mastrobuoni had doubles. Naylor had 2 homers. Lucas had 1. Raleigh had an RBI. Clemens had an RBI. Naylor had 5. Lucas had 2. Julio Rodriguez was hit by a pitch. Kyle Raleigh had a sac fly and then grounded into a double play. Mastrobuoni committed his 6th error. Yeah, that was my bad. Also stole 2 bags, totaling up to 14 on the year. Bryce Miller goes 5 innings, gives up 4 hits, 5 runs. None of them are earned. They say the error, whatever. It's a lot to put on one, but whatever. He walked 3 and struck out 3. Cade Anderson goes an inning and 2/3. He gives up a hit, 3 runs, all of them earned, a walk and 2 Ks. Logan Evans gets tagged with the loss. He goes an inning, gives up 2 hits, 2 runs, a walk, and 2 Ks. He finishes, he's 2-5 on the year. Andres Munoz comes in, pitches an inning and a third, gives up a hit. That's it. We split the series with the Astros 1 game apiece, as we will see them next year in 2027. We will be moving on to the final series for the Mariners, as we will host the Angels for 4 games. And we will get ready to get that one started. Reed Detmers will face Ryan Sloan in game number 1. We've already hit the projected for the division at 82. We're 87 wins. We're projected to win 89. Basically, we win 2 games here against the Halos and we hit our projection. Any more than that, we pass our projection. And I will be back in a moment and we will get this final series started with the Halos. All right, so we are back for the final homestand of the season. We have a 4-game series with the Angels. Detmers and Sloan in game 1. Gilbert and Taguchi in game 2. Game 3, George Kirby and Zach Eflin. And then in the final game of the series, it'll be Luis Castillo and Grayson Rodriguez. I'm going to be completely honest. That may not be the matchup. I may end up putting in somebody else and letting them pitch for that final game. And again, it depends because I may want to have someone else pitch. It depends on if we've hit our projection goal yet or not. So we have clinched the division. We're sitting at 87 and 71. The Central is still up for grabs as the Twins and the Royals have clinched spots in the playoffs. The Rays and the Yankees have also clinched spots in the playoffs, but the division is still up for grabs in the AL East. The wild card, the Yankees and the Twins have clinched spots. That third spot, still up for grabs, surprisingly, but you do with what you got. In the East, in the National League, the Braves clinched their spot already. They're sitting at 96 wins. The Cubs have clinched the best record in the National League, and they've clinched their division, 101 wins. The Pirates have clinched a wild card berth at 93 wins. The Dodgers clinched their division. They can't finish with the best record, which, if you think I would have thought the Dodgers would have had the best record. I really would have. But the Cubs going on the run they went on is a bit of a surprise. The Pirates have clinched the wild card. The Padres and the Mets are tied for the second and third spots. And the Phillies are a game back. So we've got basically 3 games. We've got 3 teams jockeying for 2 playoff spots in the wild card. The Padres and the Mets have sort of clinched spots, but they're fighting for who's going to be second and who's going to be fighting off the Phillies for third. And the Phillies are just looking around going, hey, we've won 3 in a row. We know one of you is going to screw up. It's just a question of who screws up first and who do we get to jump. You just never know. So, like I said, we've got 4 games coming up. For Castillo, I'm honestly thinking about either putting Logan Evans or Cade Anderson out there, because especially if we've hit our goals, why not let one of the young guys come in, pitch that final game of the season, especially if it's not going to matter towards one of our goals, and kind of just see what happens. All of our coaches are under contract for multiple years, so they're not going anywhere, so we don't have to worry about that, thank God. Okay, what about our scouts? Oh yeah, that's a good question. That would kind of help. So it looks like all of our scouts are in good shape. I might look at hiring in different ones next year. I don't know. So I'm thinking, actually, let's see. You know what? I'm gonna hire new ones for sure. Yep. So before this year is even up, we're gonna bring in 2 new scouts. So Jason Donahue is going to be, I can't afford to, Oh, okay. Never mind. I don't have the money right now. That's what that is. Okay. We gotta wait. We'll have to wait till after the season when we have money. All right. So we will finish the year. And game one, Ryan Sloan, Reed Detmers. We're gonna jump in. We're gonna do a quick manage. We're gonna go up to the 7th inning. We'll see what we'll see what the score looks like in 7, and if it's close or whatever, if it's close, we'll jump in. If not, we'll just let it play out. So we give up 3 runs in the top of the first as Logan O'Hoppe doubled the left. Trout and Moncada came around to score, and then Jorge Soler drew a walk, and Logan O'Hoppe scored.
You're out. Out. Out.
They added a run in the top of the 4th. Mike Trout came across the score on a Johan Moncada single to center. Not looking good. Sloan has went 4 innings. We're going to make a pitching change. Edward Zardo is going to come in and take
Now
over.
pitching for the Mariners. Number 83.
We give up a run in the 5th.
Bizarro.
Josh Lowe hit a homer to center.
Now pitching
We're now
for the Angels.
losing
Number
5-0.
66. Josh Spores.
You're out.
Well, they added another run in the 6th. It's 6-0. We finally scored a run in the 6th inning. Oh my God.
Now pitching for the Mariners. Number 23.
So it's the bottom of the 9th inning.
Ryan Evans.
Josh Naylor, Randy Arozarena, and Brendan Donovan are up. Looks like Ryan Johnson pitching.
Out. 3.
Donovan hits a double. Last man standing is J.P. Crawford. He flies out. We lose game 1, 6-1. Nolan Samuel goes 2 for 4 with a homer, an RBI. Josh Shorbs picks up the victory. Ryan Sloan gets tagged with the loss. The Angels bats woke up today and decided on violence. Mike Trout and Logan O'Hoppe had doubles. Samuel and Lowe had homers. Samuel, Moncada, Lowe, and Jorge Soler each had an RBI. Logan O'Hoppe had 2. A sac hit for Samuel. Moncada grounded into a double play. Paris committed a fielding error. Moncada and Soler were caught stealing. And Ryan Johnson committed his 3rd wild pitch on the year. Detmers goes 4 innings, gives up 2 hits, 2 walks, 6 Ks. Sorbs, who gets his first win on the year, goes an inning and 2/3 and gets 4 Ks. Ryan Johnson, who gets credited for his first save, goes 3 1/3 innings, gives up 2 hits, a run, walked 2, and struck out 4 for the Mariners. It was not pretty. Brendan Donovan had a double. Cody Clemens had a homer, an RBI. Cal Raleigh grounded into a double play. Naylor and Refsnyder each had fielding errors. Sloan goes 4 innings, gives up 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, walked 4, struck out 6. Eduardo Bizardo goes 4 innings, gives up 3 hits, 2 runs, and struck out 5. Logan Evans pitches the last inning, gives up 2 hits and a K. So the Mariners lose game 1 of this series 6-1. As game 2 We'll move on, and we have some moves for the for the AA club. They have won the Texas League North Division Championship Series, and they will be taking on the Hooks in the Texas League Championship Series for AA. Basically, the AA team is doing well. How well? We'll show you. We came off of winning 3 games against the Wind Surge, and basically, this will be the championship series against the Corpus Christi Hooks. We take 2 or 3 from the Hooks. We win the AA championship. That's it. Back to the Major League Club. Yushi Taguchi versus Logan Gilbert. Gilbert will be looking for his 16th victory on the year. Taguchi will be looking for win number 10. For this game, we're going to jump in. We're going to do quick manage. Again, same scenario. We're going to look. We're going to hope and pray and beg God that it's close come the 7th inning. And we'll see where we're at. We are in the City Connect uniforms for this game. It'll be Gilbert, Taguchi. I don't think anybody's going to be looking for a day off, but if anyone is, I'd say it probably would be Cody Clemens, but we'll see. No days off. Gilbert will face Mike Trout to open the game, and here we go. So we give up a run in the bottom of the first inning. Zach Neto hit his 28th homer to right, and the Angels take an early 1-0 lead.
Ow! 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 Save! Ow!
So we're 4 innings in, and that one lone run in the first inning is still standing tall.
You're out! Ow!
Well, we now have the lead 4-1 as Cal Raleigh scored the first run off of a single from Naylor. Arozarena hits another single. Cody Clemens came around to score. Taguchi was finished after that. Ryan Zephyrin came in and took his spot, and then proceeded to allow Naylor to score off of a J.P. Crawford ground out. And then Arozarena came around to score when the bases got loaded and Rob Refsnyder was walked because for some reason the pitcher decided, we're going to intentionally walk Miles Mastrobuoni, and then they walked Refsnyder. They walked Refsnyder too. So, oops. So we're entering the 7th. We're ahead 4-1. I said depending on where we're at in the game, we would enter in the 7th, and we're doing it. So we're going to take the hill. Logan Gilbert, 6 innings pitched. He's given up 2 hits, a run, struck out 5
John
so
Sciambi
far.
alongside Chris Singleton.
And he's
Thanks
only
for joining
throwing
us. We're in the 7th with nobody out.
68
Logan
pitches.
O'Hoppe getting ready to hit.
Holy shit.
High outside.
He hasn't even thrown 70 pitches yet.
Four-seam fastball.
That's crazy.
High outside.
Swing and a ball popped up.
That one
Donovan
is popped
under
up
it.
to Donovan at third. Donovan
down.
says, I got it. I'm good. It's good.
And
No worries.
Here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Gilbert throwing that fastball 61%. He's only given up 1 hit off of it. He's given up a hit off of the
Now
split
batting
finger,
Joe
and that's
Adell.
it.
Cruising on the mound right now, but a dangerous hitter here in this spot. A guy with some
Four-seam
slug to him.
fastball. High middle.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he
Well,
can
that one
get
was
through
up and
one
in
more
for a
inning,
strike.
anything
Witt
after
breaks
that,
out of a
hitter
1
or
for
two
16
is
slump with
bonus,
2
but
hits.
They should be lined up good enough to get to the
Splitter.
finish line.
Low middle.
Line
That
drive,
one
and that's a
hit
base
the right
hit to
field. It's going to drop in for a hit, and
And they
Adele
have their
is going
first
to end
hit
up
since
on
the third
base.
inning.
Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Low. Into box
was
again.
in for a
Takes
strike.
a strike.
Sweeping curveball.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap.
Ooh,
But, you know, at the very least,
over.
if you can find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Sweeping curveball. Low inside.
In the air, left field, down the line. That one is foul, and he'll see another. Stays alive.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Popped up.
Well, this one, it's going to be a race,
That's out number 2.
and the catch is made, and that is going to be out number 2.
Notice how they're swinging too early.
That
or too
one
late.
was,
That's a timing problem.
crazy.
They need to guess right on a few of those pitches, and I mean make an educated guess.
Jorge Soler up at the plate. He is very much your typical power hitter. I'd say he falls into the 3 true outcomes category.
Well, we've seen more and more of that lately. The ability to drive the ball to slug is getting heavily favored over any discipline or strikeout concerns.
That one is absolutely
And that
belted.
one is hammered into right, and Soler
Gone.
cuts the lead to 4-3 with that
Jorge
2-run homer.
Soler goes deep. And
I
they cut into
hate
the
that.
deficit. They needed that one, Singy.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
So we're going to the bullpen. We're going to warm up Casey, Yimi Garcia, and we're going to warm up Jose A. Ferreira. We want to get a lefty-righty balance going.
Slayer.
Right now, I just want to get out of this inning.
Next to hit, Kyron Paris.
No, that's outside.
Paris watches that one for a ball. Paris is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out.
M's holding on to a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7.
Which is that one.
Sweeping curveball. Middle outside.
Got the back
Ooh,
one
got him on
soon
the
as
sweeping
strike
curve. 1-2 count, 2 outs.
2. Swings
And
and
Paris
misses,
swings
struck
and
him
misses,
out.
going to the bottom of the 7th.
So they get 2 runs.
Mariners
on 2 hits.
give
One
up-
of them left the yard.
Give up 2
Midway
runs,
in inning
but
number
we
7,
are
and
still
it's
ahead
time to stretch.
4-3.
It's the
We go to
Mariners
the
4
7th inning
and the
stretch.
Angels 3. This
Raleigh,
is ALS
Clemens,
action
and
on
Naylor
MLB
will come to the
Show.
plate here from Seattle.
We're back
As
into the
Brent
picture here to
Sutter
start the bottom of the
will
7th.
start
Brent Sutter.
Pretty
the
tight
inning.
game, so they're looking for
56
quality
appearances,
pitches out of
5
him
and
right
2,
here. Gotta do
93
his best to
innings
keep the
pitched,
score right where it
279,
is.
271 ERA.
Well, 1-run game. Cal Raleigh digs in now. 1 home run shy of 200 for his career.
You know, we usually talk about bigger numbers when it comes to homers, but only about 400 major leaguers have ever hit 200 round trippers in their careers.
Raleigh 0 for 2
He's
on
put
the night.
himself in great company.
Out to
He's
short.
going to hit that one to short.
Neto.
Neto makes the
Tosses
throw,
to first.
and
One pitch
Raleigh
and 1 out.
is the
Really nice
first
job to
out.
get your first out of the ball game.
Next for the Mariners, the left fielder, number 2, Cody.
Here's the left
Cody
fielder,
Clemens is
Cody
0 for 2.
Clemens.
Drew a walk and came around to score a run. Lefty-lefty matchup. Suter with his first
In the
pitch.
air out to center.
Clemens going to hit this one to the center. It's
That
going
one
to
gets
drop.
down for a hit.
And we got a
And that's
one-out
a one-out
single as
single.
Clemens is standing at first with one out here in the seventh inning.
The first baseman.
Naylor is up next. He's 1 for 3 on
Step
the
off
night.
throw to first. Clemens
Suter
back in
throws
on
it
the
over,
dive.
and he's safe at first. Naylor hitting 274 on the year.
Just a slow ground ball.
Hits
this
that
time.
one to first.
Neto for one.
They
Double play.
get the double
What
play
a
and
quick
7
count to
innings
end
in
the
the
inning.
books.
No runs, one hit,
And
no
the
errors,
M's are
and no one
ahead,
left.
still
Eighth inning
4-3.
coming up. It's the Mariners 4 and the Angels 3. Back in Seattle, let's check out some notable Cy Young candidates so far this year.
2 of the 3 Cy Young candidates are Mariners, Gilbert and Kirby. Skubal is another one. I got to be completely honest. I hope one of our guys wins it
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
because I don't really feel like Skubal
Four-seam fastball.
should win
High
it
inside.
because the Tigers are were trash this year.
This one in the air, center
one
field.
hit the center.
Rodriguez in
Gilbert
position.
still
One up, one down.
on the bump as we open the
Next
eighth.
for the Angels, the right fielder.
And I'm willing to
Here's
give
Trout,
him
1 for 3.
some rope
Four-seam fastball.
as Trout comes to the plate.
Four-seam fastball. Middle inside.
High fly ball, right field. Ref Snyder.
It's that one to right. Ref Snyder
He's
comes
got
in,
it. 2 away down.
makes the catch, and we got 2 outs.
Up next for the Angels, the first baseman, Nolan Schanuel.
And here's the first
Nolan
baseman.
Schanuel
Nolan
is coming up.
0 for 3 in this one.
Middle outside.
No,
That
outside.
one missed. 43,615 is
The
the attendance
Mariners
for the
trying
night.
to hold a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th.
Well, I'm impressed with that challenge
Then,
pitch right there.
1-1.
Even with this slim lead, this guy's not afraid to go right after these hitters.
Ball 2.
One dropped. It's 2-1.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
That one fouled off.
Slider. Low inside.
Looking to get the tying run on base. That's
Ball
down
3.
and a slider missed.
Good
Misses.
slider down and in.
Count
Could be
full
so
3
hard to
and
get on
2.
play
Zach
with.
Neto
Better
would
off
be
taking
next.
that pitch.
That's foul.
And
off to the right
Samuel
side, keeps the AB
fouled
going.
that one off.
Low middle.
And we keep moving.
On the ground.
Fouled that
And
one, the third
foul
base
ball.
side.
Splitter. Low middle.
We keep moving.
In the
He's
air
going to
to
hit
left
that one
center.
into the air in
And
the
it
outfield.
drops
It's going to
in.
drop for a
And
hit,
that puts
and the
tying
inning
run on
continues
base.
as Neto will come to the plate with
Right
Samuel.
there, landed in what they
at
call
first.
no man's land, meaning it's not really a spot on the field where you can expect anyone to get to it easily. I mean, it's a tough play going back for the shortstop, but also for the outfielders trying to come in. They got to go a long way as well.
At the plate, Zach Neto.
Go with the tying run at first base. He's looking for something he can get a lot of barrel on, drive it into a gap, and score that run from first base. Man, that's just a nasty
1-1
splitter.
count.
Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
2-1 count is that one missed. Where, I'd like to know. So we're going to challenge it.
And an ABS challenge coming
Okay.
from behind the dish.
I just wanted to know where it
Was
missed.
the ball. So they'll lose their first challenge.
Two-seam fastball.
Schanuel leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Pitch misses, and
That
that's
one
ball
misses.
3.
3-1 is Logan O'Hoppe.
He's been throwing strikes
is
all
up
day.
next.
Got to be ready to hit if you're in the
Low
box.
inside.
And that's through there for a strike.
Count is
And it's a full
4,
count.
3-2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Hacks
And we
misses.
get him.
It's a strikeout.
Go to the bottom of the
Angels
8th. It
lead
is
one.
3
At 4-3.
Still 4-3 as the M's will look to try to pad their lead here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And we will get ready to move further into the bullpen.
Back at T-Mobile Park, bottom of the 8th. Randy Arozarena now at the plate.
Randy Arozarena will lead it off. And we are going to get Matt Brash warmed up. Jose A. Ferreira is ready to go in case we need him. But Brash is going to be who we're going to call on to end this game. Brent Suter is still on the mound.
Out to center.
Arozarena hits this one to center.
And there's
It
one
gets
down.
caught for the first out of the 8th inning.
Up next for the Mariners, the third baseman,
Brendan Donovan
Brendan.
up next for the
Brendan
Mariners.
Donovan's 1 for 2 with a single.
Swing
That
and a
one
ground
hit
ball
on the
to go
ground
back to
through
base
the
hit.
infield, and Donovan
So
gets
man,
himself
one
on
away.
with the 1-out single.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the
J.P.
pitch,
Crawford
just
is
shot
up
it through
next.
the infield.
1
So
out,
digging in,
Donovan
J.P.
standing at
Crawford.
first.
Swing and a foul
Ooh,
straight
that
back.
one swung on and missed, swung on and fouled off. Crawford 0 for 3 with a pop-up in the 3rd. He's 0 for 6 so far. in
Man
this
at
series.
first, one away. Snap throw to first.
They're over. Donovan
dives
slides back in.
safely.
And they're gone. He hits that one to second. And they get the double play. 8 innings in the books. That was a
Making it
good
look
turn.
easy at the Keystone position.
Kyron
Definitely
Paris
worth another
makes the
look.
turn.
He'll get some high fives when he
Throwing
gets into the
from
dugout.
getting the dive, throwing the ball from his ass to second base, getting the out at second, which started the double play. And you can't do much better than that. So 8 innings in the books. Angels will be looking to make
All set to start the
make
ninth in
hay
this one.
as Logan
Here's the Angels
O'Hoppe
catcher, Logan O'Hoppe.
will lead it off. But we're going to go to the bullpen, and we're going to bring in the
His pitch
closer,
efficiency,
Matt
ability to get ahead in the
Brash.
count at times.
Now pitching for the
So they turn to their closer.
Brash, 40
Matt
appearances,
Brash.
2 and 2.
Save opportunity.
9
for
saves and
He's
13
their
attempts.
guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
That one
Brash
finds the
throws a
zone.
strike over as O'Hoppe watches that one.
Brash
He
looking
swings
to
and
reach
misses with
double
that.
digit saves
0
on the
and 2.
year. And he was born in Canada. Left
And
field,
that
back
one
there.
is...
Oh, he misses
Oh,
it.
that one.
Around
I don't
first
know
and
what
third.
happened,
And he'll pull
but
into second safely.
O'Hoppe gets a double as that
Got a
one
big swing of the bat right there.
hit the
Chance now to
wall.
even the score and maybe extend this game.
And, well, let's watch the replay. Let's see if we could get something on this replay, because, well, okay, we can't. At least not from here.
Here's Joe Adell.
I want to replay that last play. I want to see what happened, because so it hit off of Clement, so I'm making my way back there and oh, it hit off the glove and it hit off the Clemens. So that's how it happened. Okay. So Joe Adell is up. He singled and reached on an error in the So far, he is 1 for 2 because he singled in the 7th, reached on an error in the 4th, and he struck out in the 2nd.
Middle inside.
He's 1
Well,
for
comfortable
3.
or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water,
Ball one.
jam, tough
That
spot,
one
whatever you want to
misses
call
for a
it.
ball.
But this is where they earn their keep.
Two-seam fastball. High inside.
So the tying run at second. There's a strike.
And then for a strike, Adele hitting 179 with runners in scoring position.
Sweeper. Low outside.
Swing and a miss.
Swings and misses at the
As he was
sweeper.
out front that time.
1 and 2.
Swings
And he
misses.
gets him on a sweeper.
And a
Adele
strikeout
goes
for the
down
first
swinging.
out here in the ninth.
That's out number 1.
Which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
So Adele goes down on strikes.
So now,
Sweeper.
with one away and a man at second, Josh Lowe.
Josh
the next
Lowe
to hit
is
for
the
the
man up.
Angels.
He is 0 for 3 on the day.
Ball
Ball,
one
let's
there.
down.
Watches that one for a ball. He grounded out in the 2nd. He's 1 for 6 in the series so far with a homer and an RBI.
Sweeper. Middle outside.
On a line out
He's going to
towards
hit
center.
that one to center.
And there's two
Rodriguez is going to make the catch, throw it back into the infield, and Ohapi is going to stay at second as we have 2 outs. And Jorge Soler is going to come up.
So it's their last chance.
Soler had the 2-run homer early in the game.
Soler trying to deliver as the hero.
I'm going to take a look.
Low middle.
Let's take a look at the batting order. So Kyron Paris would follow. Let's see.
Sweeper. Low middle.
Let's see what we can do here.
Right through there for a
So
strike.
Soler goes,
Tying run
looking at that one. He's
at
hitting
second
208
base. Here in the top of the ninth.
with runners in scoring position.
Swing
He's already hit a
foul
2-run
back, and that's
homer.
out of play.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to as far.
And we get him.
Swing and a miss. He's
So Soler goes down on
and that
strikes.
ends the ball game.
Mariners get the
Tying run, but
victory.
stranded at second.
Real good bounce
As we
back
pick up
after
the
dropping
win,
the first
4-3.
game of this four-game series, particularly at home, you want to set the tone. They didn't do that, but they did it today. Carry that momentum into Game 3, and perhaps you win this series 3-1.
Gilbert gets his 16th victory on the year. Brass gets saved number 10. We even the series at a game apiece with 2 more games to go. As Matt Brash steps in, gets his 10th save on the year. And we will see Game 3. So Logan Gilbert was named player of the game. He went 8 innings, gave up 5 hits, 7 strikeouts, and 3 earned run. Taguchi picks up the loss, 5 1/3, 3 hits, 5 Ks, 5 walks, 4 earned runs. Ohapi with his 20th double. Neto and Soler with homers. Neto had an RBI. Soler had 2. Odell Stone his 15th base on the year. Taguchi had 3 wild pitches. Damn. We already talked about the line for Taguchi. Ryan Zefferson went 2/3 of an inning, gave up a hit, walked 2, struck out 1. Brent Sutter goes the final 2 innings. He gives up 2 hits. That's it. Arozarena, Naylor, Refsnyder, and Crawford drove in RBIs. Naylor and Crawford grounded in double plays. Mastroeni committed a fielding error, his 7th on the year. We already talked about the line for Gilbert. And Matt Brash gets his 10th save of the year. He goes 1 inning, gives up 1 hit, but struck out 2. So the Mariners have evened this 4-game series at a game apiece. We are looking forward to the final 2 games of this series. And yeah, this is getting interesting as we get ready to end the season. George Kirby will take on Zach Eflin. Kirby 15-9 on the year. Eflin 8-3. We will once again be doing quick manage for this. Again, go through 7 innings, see what we're looking at, go from there, and hopefully we can hit our goal today, as we will be wearing our Alt Northwest green uniforms for this, next to the last game of the season. And Kirby versus Eflin. Maybe Clemens will take the day off. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. And yep. Okay. All right. We'll do that. Clemens. We'll let Robles. Yeah, we'll have Robles come in. I would give Donovan a day off. Yeah, at this point, I'd give Brendan Donovan a day off. Alright, so let's see. No, Cole Young can't play that. Right, Rivas can, though. So we're going to have Rivas come in and play for Donovan. I think that's going to be it, so we'll see. All right, here we go.
Out! Out! Save! Out! Save!
So they get a run in the top of the inning, and we don't even know what it is yet. We get 3 runs in the bottom of the 3rd. So Bryce Tedesco scored off a sac fly by Moncada. And then Cal Raleigh said, you know what? F this 1-0 lead. We're going to make it. We're going to take the lead. It's a 3-run homer as he, Lucas, and Mastrobuoni come across. And that's where we're standing at as we enter the 4th. So 7 innings. Now we're at the top of the 7th. Kirby is still on the mound. Let's see how the 7th inning goes. And he gave up a solo homer to Logan O'Hoppe. It's 3-2. He strikes out Adele. Lowe gets on with a single. Soler strikes out. Paris goes down. It's 3-2 as we enter the bottom of the 7th. Raleigh gets on with a single. Rodriguez flies out. Robles flies out. So we're looking at 3-2 game as we move on to the 8th inning. And we'll give them one. We'll see what happens with the start of this inning.
That's ball 4.
Moncada gets walked. Shondell gets on with an error, and we got 2 guys on, 1 out. Neto's at the plate. Gets a strikeout of Neto. O'Hoppe is up. He had the homer off of Kirby in the 7th. But we get him. So 8 innings in the books. The Angels are still down by a run as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Naylor, Rosarena, and Lucas come to the plate. Sorry. Naylor, Rivas, and Rosarena. I'm sorry, I missed one. Rivas is at second, thanks to an error, or first. Rosarena strikes out, so Nathan Lucas is the last man up. And he pops out. So it's 3-2 going into the top of the ninth inning. It will be Joe Adele, Josh Lowe, and Jorge Soler, and they will face the closer, Matt Brash.
Now pitching for the Mariners, number 47, Matt Brash.
Adele goes down on K's. Lowe strikes out. And Soler gets punched out. Mariners get the win 3-2. George Kirby was named player of the game. He goes 8 innings, gives up 4 hits, 2 runs, walked 3, struck out 13. He did give up the homer. Eflin gets the loss. The Angels, Tetsuko has a double. Ohapi has a homer. Moncada and Ohapi have RBIs. Sac fly by Moncada. Neto grounds into a double play. Shamuel commits his 22nd error on the year. Odell and Tetsuko steal bases. Eflin goes 5 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, walked 2, struck out 5. Alex Mohan goes 3 innings, gives up a hit, a walk, and 3 Ks. And for the Mariners, Cal Raleigh had a homer. He had 3 RBIs, pushing his season total to 100. Cole Young committed his 7th fielding error on the year. Kirby goes 8, gives up 4 hits, 2 runs, walked 3, struck out 13. Brash is 11th save in the year, 1 inning pitch, 3 strikeouts. So we will look for the final game of the year. We have hit all of our projections. We were projected to have 89 wins on the year, which we just got. Projected to have 82 wins for the division, which we just got. We will be looking forward to win number 90. Grayson Rodriguez will take the mound. Luis Castillo is scheduled to take the mound, but we will be going with a different pitcher for this final game, especially since we've hit all our goals. And instead of Castillo taking the ball, I'm going to give the ball to Cade Anderson and let him pitch the final game of the year. Because at this point, there's no real consequence in this happening. Anderson will take the ball. As we will look to end our season. So the final game of the year, Grayson Rodriguez, 15-8 with a 3.07 ERA, will face Cade Anderson, who is 1-2 with a 6.39 ERA. I mean, honestly, at this point, it's not like I got anything to lose. Plus, I'm going to player lock with Anderson for this. And then we'll just see how it goes. So we will be looking to end the series with our 90th victory of the year. And looking to take the season series 3-1.
And Edgar Martinez drive. Welcome to T-Mobile Park. An AL West matchup on the show. It's the Los Angeles Angels taking on the Seattle Mariners.
There are so many things we could talk about. We're just going to get into the game.
First pitch coming your way
The
next.
first pitch is going to come. The Angels will face Cade Anderson. This will be his
Number 13,
5th start
but
so
Chris,
far.
he
He's
hasn't
1-2,
exactly been stellar
31
here in his
innings
home mound.
pitched, 6.39 ERA, 135 WHIP, 18 Ks, 13.7 on the strikeout rate, 3.8 on the walk rate. Anderson,
I'm
sure he
we
wants to
made
turn
the
that
call,
around, and we'll
brought
see
him
if
up
he's able to
early.
start that in this one.
All right, ready to go here. Nolan Shotwell now at the plate. And we're underway.
And
from
that one
Seattle.
misses for a ball as we open the game.
Change up. Middle outside.
That one hit
Middle,
back
that's a
in
base
through
hit.
the infield, and Samuel will get on
Ward on the leadoff
with the
single.
leadoff single.
Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a
Four-seam
hit.
fastball.
Zach Neto, the next to hit for the Angels. Swinging a foul back. That's out
That
of
one
play.
fouled off. Count is 0-1. Neto is a career high with 28 homers.
Four-seam fastball. Middle outside.
0-1. Right through there for a strike.
And that
Double
one
situation
is,
here. He's been working up in the
comes
zone.
over for
Typically, you
K.
look for guys to
0-2.
get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
Swings through.
and he swung and missed at the changeup. Goes down on
Cage.
Cage.
Non-factor so far this weekend. Very little in the way of impactful at bats and quality at bats.
Raleigh
let alone
hit his
contact.
career,
That's the sixth time they've set him
hit
down
his
on strikes
200th
in the
career
series, so
homer
no doubt
during
frustration
this series
mounting
with the
and very
Angels.
high right now.
One out.
Kirby
man at
seeking
first.
his
Here's the veteran
first Cy
outfielder,
Young.
Mike Trout.
Put up 13 Ks and 2 runs in yesterday's performance against
Curveball.
the Angels.
And
That's
that
a ball.
misses.
That one misses
And it's
for a
1-0.
ball.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
One's over for a strike. Trout, 39 doubles,
Four-seam
leading
fastball.
the Angels.
High inside.
He hits that
On
one back up the
line,
middle.
base hit.
Samuel is going to stop at second, and we got runners at
Rodriguez
first and
hustles to get
second
it
with
in.
1
Lead
out.
runner holds at second base. First and second.
Royals
1 down.
Good
have
start for him
clinched
in this
the
ball game
AL
tonight. I
Central.
always talk about get a knock in your first
They're
at-bat.
in.
It just makes
Question
your
will be
confidence.
whether the
It's
Twins
such a
will
higher
follow.
level for the potential of having a big night.
First and second, 1 out. Logan O'Hoppe will hit next.
That one's
Last thing
over
he
for a
wants is to hit the
strike.
ball on the ground.
O'Hoppe,
I wouldn't expect many
career high
pitches up
right
in the
now,
zone.
31
They'll be pitching
homers.
for a double play in this spot.
Change up.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone here in the finale of this 4-game set.
That one's fouled off. Count is 0
So now it's all
and 2.
about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about. But someway,
Ooh, that one's
somehow
inside for a
climb
ball.
back into this at bat through the count.
1-2 count.
Slayer. Middle inside.
Here's a 1-2. That one is
And he's
absolutely
going to hit that
belted.
one in the gap.
Can't reach
It's going to
it. They
drop.
should score at least
And
one.
2 runs are going to
One
score.
runs in.
And the
Now
Angels are going to take an
second run is
early
in.
2-0
It's
lead.
a 2-run double, and they lead by
And
2.
O'Hoppe
Gets him on
had the
board
2-run
first, coming
double.
through with 2 RBIs on that swing. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Here's Joe Adele.
And
This
Odell
one in
hits
the
this
near
one to center.
field.
Rodriguez is going to make
He's
the
got it,
catch.
and there's 2 away.
He's going to hold up at second as we've got 2 outs.
Batting 6, the third baseman.
Here comes Yohan Moncada.
Jan
He really
Makata
needs to
is coming
start
to the
making
plate.
more contact, striking out nearly twice in each of the last 5 games. Well, I know they've gotten out to
Kato
an
watches
early
that
lead,
one
but you don't want to
for a
take these
strike.
opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat, drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring
And that
position
one
for the
is
rest
hit
of
the
this
right.
ballgame.
It is going to
Stretches
get
out
chased
and
down
hauls it
for the
in.
out. The Angels take an early
Jump ahead. On to
2-0
the bottom
lead
of the first.
as we will
Angels
move
2
on to the
and
bottom of the
Mariners coming
first.
to bat. This is AL West action on MLB The Show.
That's ball 4. 3 out. 3.
So we get 3 runs in the bottom of the inning as Raleigh and Naylor got base hits. I'm going to be curious to see what happened as Cade Anderson will take over in the top of the second inning. So let's see what happened in the first. Naylor hit a homer to right, and it was a 3-run homer as he, Mastrobuoni, and Clemens came around to score. So Clemens got on base thanks to a fielder's choice. So that's how Raleigh got called out. Okay. So Jorge Soler will lead off the second inning.
Now it's the DH for the Angels, Jorge Soler. That clips the zone.
Then first strike.
And Chris, his home
Soler,
run
191 strikeouts.
Top 10 in the league.
Tied for 9th in the American League.
Middle outside.
And that one's fouled off. Count is 0-2.
Low outside.
On the ground,
And that one
outside.
is hit on the ground to first. And the first baseman's going to make the play.
To the bag for the out.
Barely. As Anderson was trying to run to the bag, and Naylor beat him to it.
The next to hit for the Angels.
Kyron Paris is up.
Still hitless
He's
in the
in
series.
center field for this game.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
That one's over for a strike. Paris, 257 on the year. He's third on the team.
Changeup. Low inside.
And he swings through
That
ball.
one's
Betting
over.
really sells
Count
the
is
changeup with that arm
0-2.
action.
0-2 count.
Swings
Anderson
and
gets
misses.
Paris
Strike
to
him
swing and miss
Big
at the
contrast in that
slider.
bat. First couple
His
of
second
pitches down in the
strikeout.
zone, and those are competitive pitches, so you have to respect it as a hitter. And then with 2 strikes, ran that fastball by him up high,
Four-seam
and there was
fastball.
just no catching
High
up.
outside.
Christian Moore, the next to hit.
Christian Moore is up.
That's a strike.
Watches
It's
that
0-1.
one for a strike. Moore in the middle of an 8-game hitting streak.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
2 down, nobody on. Late on that fastball.
He missed
This
that
guy's
one.
not wasting any pitches.
Moore,
Hitters
first round
gotta get
pick
in the
back
swing
in
mode. This is a
24.
good time to expand the zone. Throw something
Changeup.
maybe down in the dirt.
Low inside.
Ball, that's off
That
the
one
plate.
missed. Count is 1-2.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
Got him swinging.
And he swung and
Registered
missed.
3 Ks in this one. Angels.
So Anderson. So we will move on to the third inning. Score is still 3-2. Mariners are in the lead.
Welcome back.
Leading off
Let's
for
take
the
a look at how the
Angels,
series
the
has
first
played out
baseman.
so
We've
far.
taken 2 games in this series. We've taken the last 2 games 4-3 and 3-2. We'll look to finish it 3-1 if we can win game number 4. And
Four-seam fastball.
most importantly for us, get our 90th victory of the year.
And
That one
popped in the
is hit
air,
into
shallow
short center. And it's actually going to get caught by the infielder because it didn't reach the outfield grass by much. As Cole Young will make the play.
Zach
Zach Neto
the
is
next
up
to hit for
next.
the Angels. Struck out swinging his first time.
Neto is going to hit that one in the center.
That ball's carried.
Rodriguez is going to give chase.
runs
And
it
he's
in
going to make the
for
catch for out number 2.
Up next for the Angels, the right fielder, Mike Trout.
Mike Trout
Here's
is up
Mike
next.
Trout.
He's 1 for 1 with a
a
single.
and a run scored so far.
4 for 10 with the double in the series.
Trout, a former MVP, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he's been on a
No, that's
good
low.
run at the
That one
plate,
missed
hitting
for a
over
ball.
300 in his last 10 games.
Four-seam fastball.
In 16 series, in 16 seasons, Trout has over 1,000 RBIs.
2 down, nobody on.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Swing and a miss. He was late.
And
Strike
he
2.
missed on that one.
Low inside.
Swings through that one. It's
Get
a
him to
strikeout.
swing at that one.
And the Angels
Third
are
inning
gone
is in the
order.
books.
They
Angels
trail
are
it
done.
3-2.
Still 3-2.
Three. Out.
We'll move on to the fourth inning.
Out of the fourth.
Anderson
So
on a
now for
roll
the
as he
Angels,
will
Logan
face
O'Hoppe.
Logan O'Hoppe. O'Hoppe 1-for-1 with the two-run double in the opening inning.
Four-seam fastball. Middle outside.
Right through there for a
O'Hoppe
strike.
watches that one for a strike.
Low inside.
O'Hoppe, third on the team with 131 hits.
In for a strike.
Watches that
It's
one.
nothing in 2.
Count is 0-2.
Low inside.
And he gets a hold of that one. And that one is going to be another double as O'Hoppe will get to second as we have a leadoff double.
With a leadoff double.
Up next
2
for the
hits for him in this
Is
one.
22nd on the year.
He's got to feel good about that.
Adele.
Great hands on that swing to take the inside pitch and drive it into the gap for the double.
Kevin
It's easy
McConaughey
to
broke
spin
out
off
of
a
a
pitch like
1
that,
for
Boog.
18
You
slump
can pull
with
that
a
thing foul, but
3-hit
that was
performance against the Pirates.
Here's the left fielder, Joe
Middle
Adell.
inside.
Fly to center his first time. This one in the
Adell
right field. Fair
Hits
ball.
that the other way. O'Hoppe is going to come around to
He
score
scores
and
to
tie it
up.
at 3
It's an RBI
as he gets an
single.
RBI
It's 3-3.
single.
Huge game tying at bat right there. Came through in a big spot to drive in the run. That can be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way.
That one
No
is hit
problem
foul.
handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
Ancada 0 for 1 with a fly out.
Slider.
One on, nobody out. A run in. Top half of inning number 4. Yeah, that's
He
foul off.
hits that one foul.
Slider. Middle inside.
Stays
And
alive.
he fouled that one away too.
Slider. Middle inside.
On the ground right
He hits
side.
that one on the ground to second.
6.
And the double play as we
They made
get
that double
both
play
out.
look so
6-4-3
easy, but it was
double
far from
play.
routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make
That
tough
one was hit
plays
to
look
Cole
simple.
Young. He makes the throw to short, and they get the double play.
Base is empty after the double play. Jorge Soler up at the plate.
Soler is
Grounded
up.
out his
He's
first
0
time.
for 1 on the day.
And that
And
is
that
out of play.
one is fouled off. Soler grounded out in his first appearance.
Four-seam fastball. Middle outside.
2 down, nobody on. High fly ball.
one
That
fouled
curling
off again.
Foul down the right side.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Soler, a former World Series MVP back in 21,
Keeps the at-bat going with a
and
foul
he
ball.
fouled that one off as well.
Low inside.
He hits that one on the ground. The shortstop picks it up, throws it to first, and get
That's a
him.
great play.
4
Looking
innings in the
late
books. The
fourth.
score is
All
now tied at 3.
apiece.
You're out. Out. Ball 4. Take your base.
We get a run in the bottom of the 4th to take the lead, 4-3.
We go to the top of the 5th. So in now for the Angels.
Kyron Paris is up.
Parrot.
Let's see what happens. So, let's see. Young hit a double to center, and Nathan Lucas came around to score. So that is how the Mariners are now up.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Well, we call that
There's
keyhole.
watches that
Even
one.
though it's right there, it looks
He
pretty
scored
good.
6
He
runs
doesn't
in the
love
last
it.
10
He's not gonna
games.
swing that early in the count.
Changeup. Low middle.
See how it goes. Harris
Chopper to second.
hits that one to
Young.
second, and that's going to be a
In
ground
plenty of time
out.
to first, one away here in the
And
fifth.
first out here to open the fifth inning.
Second baseman, Christian Moore.
Christian Moore.
Christian
digs in
Moore is
now.
up next.
0
He's
for
0 for
1. He
1
struck
with a
out swinging
strikeout.
last time.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
He watches that one for a strike.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Strike 2.
Swings at that one and misses.
The
Count
Halos
is 0
trailing
and
by a
2.
run, and we're at the top of the fifth.
He gets a hold of that one, but he hit it to Donovan
Throw
at
to
third.
first. Nicely
Donovan
done
throws
for
it
the out.
across, and that
Fastball
is
groove right
out
down the middle.
number
Usually
2.
a lot of damage
Up next
done with
for the
that pitch. A hard grounder,
first
but he
baseman,
wanted to get that
Nolan
ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
Nolan
Back to the top of the
Samuel is up.
Angels lineup.
He's 1 for 2
Nolan
with a single.
Shotwell now at the
Low
plate.
inside.
Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2.
Ball one.
Ooh, that one missed. Samuel, a first-round pick back in 2023.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
It's funny, they have their first-round picks in the last
Foul ball there.
2 years, and
Four-seam
23 and
fastball.
24
High inside.
are
Four-seam fastball.
already
High
on
inside.
the Major League roster.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
2 down, nobody on. That one
Samuel
rips.
hits that one to left, but it gets caught.
And that is
So
that.
5 innings in the
3
books.
up, 3 down that
Angels
time.
are still
Only
down
after the fifth
4-3
coming up. It's the
as
Mariners 4
Rodriguez,
and the Angels 3.
Clemens,
This
and
is
Naylor
MLS
will come
action
to
on
the
MLB The
plate.
Show.
Three. Ball four. Take the base.
So we put up another run in the bottom of the 5th as we have taken a 5-3 lead going into the 6th inning.
Back in Seattle,
Leading off for
started
the
the 6th, John
the shortstop,
Shambi with Chris
Zach
Singleton. And leading off,
So we
Zach
put up
Neto.
runs in back-to-back innings, increasing our lead by 2. Anderson, who's shaken off the early struggles, which has seemingly been a key with him.
Inside. Four-seam fastball. High inside.
I'm thinking
That one
that-
fouled off.
having him
So
back,
important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass.
that having him back down in the minor
league.
leagues
Always want to keep that other team in a
for
position where
the
if they're
start
gonna beat
of
you, they're gonna
next
have to
year
do it
might be a good idea
multiple
because
hits.
Rodriguez under it.
I still need to work out some
One
kinks
away.
with Anderson. It's those early innings that seem to be the kinks that need to be worked out.
The right fielder, Mike.
And now batting Mike Trout. 1
Mike
for
Trout
2.
is up. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a run that scored.
High outside.
And don't get me wrong, Anderson is getting some valuable experience
On the ground to
here,
short. Nice grab.
but
Fires to first.
I just feel like
Play for the out.
he needs a little bit more time in the minors.
Knocks the ball down.
Get his
Fires with that
just
rocket
get
arm
his
all the way
thing,
across the diamond. Man, put this guy
get
in
his
the mound.
kinks out for the early innings and come up here in maybe half a year or a year and be
Here's the Angels
Four-seam
catcher.
fastball.
that
Logan
pitcher.
Low
O'Hoppe.
inside.
But then again, he may not be that pitcher. This just may be what he is.
No, that's down.
We'll just have to wait and see. So O'Hoppe, 2 for 2 with 2 doubles, 2 RBIs, and a run scored.
Change up.
2 down, nobody
Low
on.
inside.
And we're at the top half of the 6th.
Pretty
Ball two.
frugal guy.
Ooh, that
He
one
is
missed.
very efficient.
O'Hoppe,
Worked the
a
pitch count in this one.
23rd round pick back in 2018.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
That misses.
That
and now
one
3-0.
missed. 3-0 is
Three-ball count
Odell
here. He's been throwing
is up
strikes all
next.
day.
He had an
We'll see if
RBI
he hit
single
if you're
back in the
box.
fourth.
Inside.
And there's the
It's
automatic.
over. 3-1.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
That pitch in for a strike.
That one's
One
in.
down now.
O'Hoppe
wants
says,
the
"Oh,
challenge.
hell
This
no."
was a ball. So the ball
And
stands.
the call
So
was
they'll lose their
stand.
first challenge.
Full count, 3-2.
Curveball. Low middle.
So we got a 3-2
Two down,
count.
Nobody on. Cuts.
He swings and misses. 6 innings in the books.
Angels
Mariners
in
are still up
They're still down
5-3.
5-3.
It'll be Young, Masterboni, and Raleigh coming to the plate for the Mariners in the 6th inning.
You're out. Out. 3.
So we move on to the 7th. Cade Anderson moving on as he will face Joe Odell, Jan Moncada, and Jorge Soler.
Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest.
Pete
news from
Alonso
around the
collects
league.
his 800th career RBI for the Orioles. Raleigh hits his 200th career homer. And the Twins bullpen is lighting it up. They have an 0.86 ERA and 1 save over their last 7 games.
Four-seam fastball. High outside. Four-seam fastball. High outside.
One's over for a strike at the Dell. Was looking at that first pitch.
That one ripped.
Dell
but
fouled that one off the first base side.
Low inside.
Ooh, this is going to be interesting.
0-2. Out to short.
Adele hits that one to short. The throw across the
Throws to
diamond.
first.
He
That's the
is
first out, the top of the 7th.
out at first in
And here's a look
7th
at how
inning
he's
over.
using his pitches in this one.
Oh, we've been using fastball 56% of the time. We've given up 2 hits. Gave up 1
Here
on the
is Yohan
changeup
Moncada.
and 2 on the
Outfield
slider.
Deep here, trying to prevent
Four-seam
anything
fastball.
over their heads.
High outside.
Moncada up. He's 0 for 2 right now.
Oh, I think the key. I mean,
Watches
if he
that
can
one
get through
for a
one
strike.
more inning, anything
Low
after
inside.
that, a hitter or 2 is bonus. But they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
And that one's fouled off.
The Mariners
Low
up
middle.
by 2 here in the
Changeup.
top half of inning
Low
number
middle.
7.
Here comes the changeup to Moncada.
The changeup
He
missing.
watches that
And
one
the
for
count
a
is
ball.
1-2.
Good
1
spot
and
there,
2.
but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't
They
seem
got
too convinced by the call out there on the
bullpen
mound as
moving.
he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
And a swing and a miss.
And we get the swing and miss on Moncada.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way.
Anderson with his
Credit the pitcher
6th
for
strikeout
in
on the
front of
night.
that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Four-seam.
Let me see. What am I looking at here? No, that's not what I'm looking for. Oh, I know what I'm looking for, I think. I think I know what I'm looking for. I'm hoping I know what I'm looking for. Maybe not. No, it's not what I'm looking for. Damn it. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Just gonna disable player lock.
Now the
Because I got a
DH,
feeling
Jorge Soler.
they're gonna go to the
Four-seam
bullpen.
High inside.
They're gonna want to go to the bullpen soon, and I want to finish this game.
That one blasted deep to right.
Gee,
That's back.
yep. And Soler hits a homer off of Anderson. The
Jorge
lead is
Soler
now
goes deep,
5-4.
And they cut into the deficit.
Wasn't
And,
fooled on the first
yeah.
pitch at all. He squared it up right away.
So the game is still within reach for the Angels as they get a homer off of
Fastballs,
Anderson.
especially away, are like putting the ball on a tee. Hitters do a lot of cage work. They're comfortable hitting off the tees, and he was comfortable right there hitting that ball
We're
off
going to the
field for a home
bullpen.
run.
Spire
So two
and
out.
Munoz
Now,
are
Byron Paris.
up. We're going to see if we can get Kyron Paris out.
Low inside.
Try to get out of this inning.
Swing and a miss. There's the slider.
And we get Paris on that slider. 0-1.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
Paris
off. Here's
fouled
late.
that one off. Count is 0-2.
Below middle.
Looking to get the
0-2
tying
pitch.
run
Here
on
comes the
base.
curve.
Struck him.
Paris
Out
is
the swing.
looking.
Picks up
We move on to the
strikeout
bottom
number
of the seventh.
But they draw within one.
We
thanks to the
are
solo homer.
still
Midway
ahead,
in inning number
5-4.
7, and it's time to stretch.
Rodriguez,
It's the
Clemens,
Ends
and
5,
Naylor
and
will come to the
Angels 4.
plate,
This is AL West action on MLB The Show.
and we're going to be saying
Set for the
goodbye
last half of
to
the
Cade
seventh.
Anderson.
Stepping in for the Mariners,
We'll enter the
Julio
eighth inning.
Rodriguez.
Julio Rodriguez will lead it off. He is 1 for 3.
In the air, right
And he's
field.
going to hit that one to right, but it's
And
going to
there's
get
one.
caught for out number 1 as Alex Mahona is
So
up.
now it's the 4-hole hitter, Cody Clemens.
Cody Clemens is
0 for
up.
3
He's
in this
0 for
one.
3 right now.
Action in the
Swung on
Angels
and missed.
bullpen. Kirby Yates.
Drew
The
Pomerantz.
right-hander with big strikeout
And
stuff
Kirby
is
Yates
getting
are
fired
up.
Pomerantz warming up as well.
Haven't seen that name in a minute.
Swing
And that one hit on the ground, but foul.
Foul.
Clemens looking to get his first hit of the game.
Got him.
And unfortunately went down on strikes.
And definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But
Josh
when you're still
Naylor
in
is
the
up.
ballgame,
He's
at
hitting
least you can focus on
272.
doing your part to maintain
1
that
for
lead
2 on the
and getting
day.
that W.
Here's Josh Naylor. On the
Naylor
ground right side.
fouled
And
that one off.
Foul ball.
Naylor, 3-run homer back in the first inning. Supplied a good chunk of the offense for the
Two
M's.
down, nobody on. Now
And
fly
he's
ball
going to
right
fly
center.
this one to right
Under
center
it.
as Paris is
And
going to
that'll do
make the
it.
catch. 7 innings in the books.
So they make
Mariners
short
are
work of them
still
there.
ahead,
We look ahead to inning
5-4.
number 8. It's the
As
M's
it'll be
5
Moore,
and the Angels
Samuel,
4.
and
You're
Neto
watching Mariners
coming to
baseball
the
on the
plate.
show Northwest. We're at the top of the
Leading off
8th.
for the Angels,
So in now for
the
the
second
Angels,
baseman,
Christian Moore.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But
We're
at
gonna
some
go
point,
to
that
the
starts to go
bullpen.
away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
I think I'm going to go with the lefty Spire. So we're going to go
Now pitching
with the lefty,
Brings over
Gabe
to the
Spire.
southpaw, Gabe
38
Spire.
appearances,
Well, he's a
1 and
big-time
3 with
strikeout
14
guy out
holds,
there. This
41
season,
and a third
averaging
innings
more than one
pitched,
per inning.
348 ERA, 28.4 on the strikeouts.
Sawyer. Middle center.
Righties and lefties hitting over 200. So we'll see how this inning starts.
Swing a high fly
And
ball
that
deep
one
left field.
looks
That one's
like
carried.
it is gone.
Leaping, and it's gone.
And just like that, the Angels have tied it at 5.
That's a game changer
Christian
right there.
Moore, his
Big
second
time
homer
swing,
of the
and we're
year.
all tied up.
And we are tied up at 5. Not how I was hoping this would go.
Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen.
Damn.
Tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they're...
Swing, and this is
And
ripped.
back-to-back homers.
Way back there.
As Samuel is going to send that one over the fence.
They do it
Angels
again.
take the lead
Back-to-back
6-5.
homers. And they grab the lead in the 8th. It's 6-5.
Nothing better than hitting a home run to put your team out in front. He's enjoying a fun trip around the bases.
Good God.
Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does
I'm
it.
sorry,
Those
Mr.
guys
Neto,
get slap hands at home
but
plate. This is the...
you're getting hit. Get your ass to first.
The right fielder, Mike.
Now Trout gets a chance to hit. 1 for 3.
Horsey.
And here comes the Mariners manager to the mound.
And we're bringing in
Change coming.
Munoz.
Gabe Spire done for the afternoon. And he leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming up. We'll be back in a minute.
So Andres Munoz is going to come in. 46 appearances, 7-3, 42 in the third innings pitch, 4.25 ERA. Righties hitting 311, lefties hitting 235, 24.7 on the strikeout rate. That one hit on the ground at first, and we didn't get it. So we get. Oh shit! Okay. Wow. Okay.
And next will be the cleanup hitter.
That was
Logan
crazy.
O'Hoppe.
Oh,
This one
Hoppy.
behind the plate. Safe at
Damn
third,
it.
moves up
That
on the
one
pass ball.
missed. So we get a passed ball. And O'Hoppe is down 0-1.
That one a triple
Neto
digits.
moved up to third.
Be surprised the ball on the ground to the corners that they come home with the baseball instead of going to first base.
That's out to
And
center field. Rodriguez.
That
in
one
position.
is going to be hit.
He's there. He's
Rodriguez
got it.
makes the
Run
throw
tagging
home. It's going to be up the line.
as he comes across
The
to
Angels
score,
take a
and
two-run.
they lead by 2.
That
Take a
play really
two-run
shows
lead,
how
7-5.
important it is to hit the cutoff man. Looked like he tried to throw through and get the runner at home, but it backfired, and it ended up costing them a run. I remember my rookie year overthrowing a cutoff man.
There's a
That
swing
one
and a
is
drive.
fouled off.
Foul ball.
Odell 1 for 3 with an RBI single back in the fourth inning.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
2 down, nobody on. Late with the swing there.
And swung on and missed.
Spot right here. Ahead in the
0-2 count.
0-2.
2 outs.
4 pitches in play right here, partner.
Cut
And
on.
Munoz gets Adele
Strikeout, and
swinging.
that is the inning.
So we go to the bottom of the eighth. We are down by 2.
Coming up, it's
Donovan,
Angels 7
Arozarena,
and
and
the
Lucas
Mariners 5.
coming to the plate
This is Mariners baseball
as
on the
we
show
are
on the
running out of
West.
outs, and we will have to make
Back
do.
now, new pitcher on the mound
Kirby
as we
Yates
roll
coming
into
to the
bottom of
plate.
eighth.
Coming
Kirby
to the
Yates.
bump.
Well,
78
he's been a bit of a
appearances,
wild card
5
out
and
there
7,
in terms of
22
throwing
holds,
strikes.
82
He's
innings
definitely
pitched,
struggled with 3
230
passes this
ERA,
year.
strikeout rate of
And stepping in for the
30.3.
Mariners,
And Donovan
Third baseman.
will lead it off. He is 1 for 3 with a single, and I will be back in just a second. All right, so we're moving on. Bottom of the eighth inning. Brendan Donovan against Kirby Yates. Donovan 1 for 3 on the day, hitting 282.
Ground
And
ball
he's
right
going to
side.
ground that one to second. And we
Tosses
will
to
open the
first.
inning
One pitch
with a
and one
ground out for Brendan Donovan.
Next for the Mariners, the designated hitter, Randy.
Now it's
Randy Arozarena is up. He's 2 for 3, 2 singles and an RBI.
Man, I mean,
That was in the
nice
first
job
strike.
just
Pomeranz
presenting it
still in
to
the
be better than
bullpen.
it actually was.
And the closer,
Activity
Robert
in the bullpen for the
Stevenson, getting
Angels.
loose.
Robert Stevenson, the closer, is getting ready and perhaps looking at a long save
Might
opportunity
see
here.
him in the bottom of the ninth.
Ground ball.
And that one is hit
And
fair.
stays fair.
Rosarena is going to get himself to second
And he'll
thanks
pull
to
it
that
second
botch
safely.
by the outfield. And we'll have a one-out double. Rosarena is 24th on the year. As Nathan Lucas will come to the plate representing the tying run here in the bottom of the 8th inning. That ball, we made good contact with it.
Nathan Lucas.
I wanted to look at that replay of that pitch, mostly just watching that ball. They say the ball deflected off of Odell and left, but I mean, it went rolling down the line. It went into foul territory, and so it never actually hit the wall. It hit Odell first. Odell tried to backhand it. It bounced up, hit him in the arm, and he just kind of, oh, okay. So, context.
Up next for the Mariners.
Nathan Lucas is up. He's 0 for 3 on the day. One out, runner at second.
Swing
And
a pop-up.
unfortunately,
Neto
that's
settles
going to be
underneath
out
it.
number 2 as
And there's
he's
two
going to
down.
pop up to Neto in the short outfield. And just like that, we're down to two outs.
Second baseman, Cole.
And Cole Young will come to the plate.
Cole Young up next for the Mariners.
Young, 1 for 3 on the day.
Pulled hard, but
And
it's
that
a
one
foul
is
ball.
fouled. Young, an RBI double in the 4th inning.
Strike 2.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right
Rosarena
there, but
has
you gotta get a
13
pitch
stolen
that you can
bases on the
handle.
year. Young just trying to fill it out, get himself on
The
base,
Angels
hopefully.
holding on to a
1-2
2-1 lead
count.
here, the bottom
Yates.
half of the 8th inning.
Looking to slam the door on the 8th inning.
Comes up empty.
And that one swung on and missed. Young's not going to get the first. The inning is going to end on the strikeout, and the
One left for
Angels
Seattle, and they're
are still
down
ahead 7-5
7-5.
as we enter the 9th inning. The Angels will be looking to try to increase their lead, as the Mariners will be looking to keep it a 2-run lead, as they will look for the bottom
All
of the
set
9th
to start
inning.
the 9th in this one.
third baseman.
So in
It'll
now for the
be
Angels.
Yoan Moncada.
Yoan Moncada.
Leading it off.
This
And
to
he hits it to third.
Donovan.
Donovan scoops it up, throws it to
Zips
first,
it to first.
and we
One
got our
pitch and one
first out.
Up next for the Angels.
Now it's the DH for the Angels.
Jorge Soler is up.
He's already homered here in this one.
I'm intentionally walking his ass.
Interesting choice.
You
He
ain't
fixes
even
empty
you ain't
all
even
the
getting
way.
a chance. You just gonna walk your ass to first.
So man aboard.
Kyron
Here's the
Parrish
center
is up.
fielder.
He's
Kyron
0 for 3,
Parrish.
2 strikeouts
0
and a
for
ground
3
out.
with 2 strikeouts and a ground out.
Parrish gonna hit this one into short left field.
And
It's gonna
falls.
drop, and
And
we've
out
got
to the
runners
board.
at first and second with 1
Didn't
out.
exactly square that one up, but sometimes you don't have to. Pitch was away, so he definitely pulled off it there. Not what you want to do with the pitch in that location, really, but he
That
was
one's
able to
up,
guide it
first
into the
strike.
outfield. for the
Moore,
knock.
Moore
a homer,
in the box with the
RBI,
one
and a
away
run.
as he
He's
takes
1
ball
for
1.
4-seam
3.
fastball. Low middle.
Could use a ground ball
Watches
here.
that one for a
Up in
strike.
the infield.
Moore hitting
First base, get
088
to
with
get out of
runners in
this.
scoring position.
Low outside.
Not
2 on,
exactly
1
a
out.
comfortable spot for
And
him.
that's outside.
And that one
Right here, a couple
misses.
runners
2-1.
2-ball
Circle
count.
change.
You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the
More
plate,
swings and
it's gonna bring in
misses.
some runs.
Low middle.
Fights it
He
off.
fouled that one off. Count remains 2-2.
Low inside.
Moore hits that one through the infield. Soler gonna round the third. He'll make it, and the lead is 8-5. A one-out single by Moore.
I know that was a ground ball, but it was
One out
absolutely
RBI
hammered through the
single,
infield.
and
That's not one you're excited to get
the
in front of if
Angels
you're an infielder.
increase
You know they
their
used to say,
lead
"Charge
even
it."
more.
Crazy.
Sinker.
Runners at the corners here. One away. Nolan Schanuel getting ready to hit.
It's over for a strike. Shanael, 2 for 4 with a homer, a single, RBI, and 2 runs scored.
The Halos trying to break this one open here at the top of the ninth. On the
He's
ground,
going to
2
hit that
ball.
one on the ground,
Young.
and
Past the
that
second.
is going to
On
be
the
the double
board.
play.
2.
We move on to the bottom of the
Hits,
ninth.
and they lead 1. To
The
the
Mariners
bottom of the ninth we go. Top of the order.
need a prayer.
Angels are out in front, 8-5.
It's going to be the top of the
Watching
order.
Mariners baseball on the show, Northwest.
Robert Stevenson, I'm sure, is going to come in for the close, as the Angels will look to slam the door.
And here comes the closer.
67
Robert
appearances.
Stevenson.
He's 2 and
I think
4,
closer has to be one of the
42
toughest
saves in
jobs in
45
baseball,
attempts.
We see a pretty high
73
turnover
innings
rate because
pitched,
of it.
2.47
Every
ERA,
outing seems to be high
21 and a
pressure.
half
This
on the
one
strikeout
included.
rate.
We'll see if he can wrap up the win.
It will
Get
be
himself a
Miles
second.
Mastrobuoni,
Miles
Cal Raleigh,
Mastrobuoni.
and Julio Rodriguez to lead it off. If we get to extras, Neto will lead it off, and Trout is in the on-deck circle. Again, if we get to extras.
And now,
First pitch from Stevenson. And
Yeah,
that
first
one
offering
is
is fouled
fouled off. Count is 0-1.
tap foul at the plate.
And that one's fouled off. Count is
Stevenson goes
0-2.
6 feet 3 inches, 205 pounds.
Mastrobuoni looking for a second hit
Back in
tonight.
2011.
Today. And he
Still
fouled that one
0-2.
off. Count still 0-2. So we've seen 2 cutters and a 4-seamer. And he gets a hold of that one.
Lays
He
out,
drops,
can't
and
squeeze it.
he will
And
get
a
a
good
single
start to
to
the
lead
inning.
off to
I
get
see a
him.
mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first
Cal
base.
Raleigh at the plate,
Cal
hitting
Raleigh up next for the
255.
Mariners.
He's 1 for 4 on the day.
Well, the
Missed the
leadoff man
cutter.
gets on. You want to
1
minimize
for
the
4 with a
threat by
single,
playing
4 for
sound
14 in the
defense. Hopefully
series
the
with
pitcher
a
can get
homer.
ball on the ground and they can roll him
They
up for
throw
2.
over,
Chips over to
Mastrobuoni
first,
slides
back
back
safely.
in safely. And a splitter that he fouled off. Count is 0-2. Raleigh grounded into 10 double plays this year and has
Way inside,
that one
gets out of
missed
the way.
inside 1-2.
The Angels trying to close out a 3-run lead here in the last half of inning number 9. Gets a piece
And
there.
Raleigh got a hold of that one, but he fouled it away. That one was a very ugly, nasty cutter.
Gets a piece.
And another
and stays
foul
alive.
ball. And another cutter. So we've seen 4 cutters and a splitter.
Time called now.
Raleigh says, no, I need to think about this for a minute.
The 1-2.
Inside.
That one's inside, 2-2. 2-2 count, nobody out. Mastrobuoni standing at first.
This one in
And
the
Raleigh
near center
hammers
field.
this to center, but it's going to be an out as
And
it's
there's
caught
one down.
in the throw offline. But the first baseman, Shanael, cuts it off and, well,
Up next,
We got our first out as Julio Rodriguez comes to the plate.
This guy
He's
is
1
one
for
of the
4 with a
best athletes
single,
in the sport.
1 for 13 in the series. Robert Stevenson waiting. He throws over to first. Mastrobuoni says, "I'm still here, fool." Ooh, that one over.
Strike one here, but
Strike.
a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
Rodriguez is grounded into 11 double plays this year.
Here's the pitch. Runner goes.
Mastrobuoni going to third.
Now a relay
And we've got a double for Rodriguez. So a 1-out double for Rodriguez as the hit and run worked its way out as we hit it through the hole where the second baseman would have been. So the tying run is up in the form of Cody Clemens.
0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts, and he's grounded out.
Ooh, that one fouled off. Clemens 0 for 4 with 3 Ks, a fielder's choice and a run scored. He's 2 for 11 in the series with a homer and an RBI. This would be a very big spot for Cody.
The tying run at the plate.
That one hit on the ground to second.
Tags the runner for 1.
Ooh, that was my bad. Clemens is going to end up on first.
So
We get a run,
And now it's Josh
and
Naylor.
it's
He's
Naylor
homered in this game.
representing the tying run.
Swing and a liner
Fouled off.
to the right.
Now, Boog, this is a real tough place.
Naylor had a
teams
3-run
to come
homer
in and
back in the
close out
first.
ball games for a win.
Be nice for Naylor to nail a home run and tie this, but
Tying run at the plate. And a
you never
foul
know.
ball.
That one fouled off. Count is 0-2. Last strike, possibly. Stevenson.
This could end it.
Got
it!
Naylor
And
to
that's
swing
the
and
ball
miss.
game.
But
The
close out the season on a high
Angels
note. It's kind of bittersweet for the players.
get the
Not
win.
gonna make it to the postseason.
They even the
And
series,
it wasn't the season they were hoping
I
for,
think,
but at least
or they won the
they
series.
could
I
go
don't
with
know.
positive.
Final score
Seattle,
8-6 in this
unfortunately,
one.
loses
For
their
Chris
last
Singleton and
game.
our entire outstanding
So the
crew
series
here
ends
at
in a
MLB
tie.
The Show, I'm John
Manoah
Shelby.
gets
We'll
his
see you
first
soon.
victory of the year. Stevenson is 43rd save. Spires falls to 1-4. We lose the game 8-6. So we end the season with the loss. It was close, but not close enough. And it just, if anything, what this game showed me is Cade Anderson's not ready for the starting rotation yet. He's ready for the bullpen, or he's ready for AAA. He's not ready for the rotation. He's not ready for the starting rotation yet. Nolan Shamuel goes 2 for 5 with a homer and an RBI. He's named player of the game. Alex Mahoa goes 2 1/3. He gives up a hit, strikes out 2. He gets the victory. Gabe Spire doesn't even go in it and gives up 2 hits, 3 runs, and we lose the game 8-6. Even though we mounted a comeback in the bottom of the inning, a blunder on my part with the base running kind of just didn't help. Logan O'Hoppe had 2 doubles. He finishes with 22 on the year. Nolan Shamuel had a homer. He finishes with 22. Soler had a homer, his 24th on the year. And Christian Moore, his 2nd on the year. RBI, Shamuel finishes with 58. Adele, 63. Soler, 62. O'Hoppe had 3, pushing his total to 96. And Moore had 2, pushing his total to 8. Neto was hit by a pitch. Ohapi had a sac fly. Samuel and Moncada grounded into double plays. Grayson Rodriguez goes 4 2/3, 7 hits, 5 runs, 3 walks, 7 Ks. Mahoa goes 2 1/3, a hit and 2 Ks. Yates, an inning, gives up a hit and a strikeout. Stevenson goes an inning, gives up 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned, gets the strikeout, gets the save. For Seattle, Randy Arozarena, Julio Rodriguez, Cole Young, and Miles Mastrobuoni had doubles. Naylor had his 28th homer of the year. Arozarena had an RBI. Naylor had 3. Finishes with 83 on the year. Cody Clemens has an RBI, and Cole Young has an RBI. Pass ball by Kyle Raleigh. Cade Anderson goes 7, gives up 6 hits, 4 runs, K7. Gabe Spire doesn't even go in the inning, gives up 2 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, takes the loss. Munoz goes 2 innings, gives up 2 hits, a run, a walk, a K. Seattle, unfortunately, ends the season with a loss. The year will end with the Mariners ending the season with 89 victories on the year, I believe. Yep, they will finish the season 89 73. We won our division. We will be taking on the Boston Red Sox in the division series. We will have a 3-game division series with the Boston Red Sox. So let's go to the league leaders because we have some news apparently. Logan Gilbert led the league in strikeouts with 294. He led the league with winning percentage at 696. Kirby led the league in complete games with 7, and he led the league in innings pitched with 237. So we will get into this here in just a second. I want to look at the awards real quick just because apparently there are some highlighted for us. Let's see what happens. So Gilbert wins the Cy Young for the American League. Interesting. We'll get into those in just a second. Let's get into the league leader. So the league leader in the batting average for the major leagues ends up being Alejandro Kirk. He ends up finishing with a 3.28 ERA, 1 point ahead of Nick Kurtz, who finishes at 3.27. The National League leader would be Ronald Acuna Jr. He finished with 3.19. For rookies in the Major League, nobody. Nobody had good batting averages, apparently. Hits for the league. Ronald Acuna led the entire league with 200. Jose Ramirez ended up with 197, leading the American League. Actually ended up in a tie with the Rays' Yandy Diaz. At bat, we don't need that. Doubles. Fernando Tatis led all major leaguers with 48. He actually tied Ronald Acuna for the lead. And Bobby Witt Jr. led the American League with 47. Triples. Wyatt Langford led the league in the American League with 14. Corbin Carroll leads the National League with 12. Julio Rodriguez tied for second in the entire league with 12, as did Nico Horner. The Major League leader in home runs ended up being Nick Kurtz. He mashed 52 to lead the entire league in the American League. Shohei Ohtani finished with 51 to lead the National League. Cal Raleigh finished with 47. for the Mariners. And he finished second in the American League. I'm going to see. No other Mariner. Okay, Julio Rodriguez had 34. So that was it. For MLB rookies, Murakami finished with 22 home runs to lead the entire league of rookies. George Valera had 19. Okamoto had 15, and the National League leader ended up being Maximo Acosta with 8, as well as Daniel Susak with the Giants at 8. RBIs, Nick Kurtz led the entire league with 116. He led the American League. National League leader ended up being Ronald Acuna with 114. Stolen bases, Jose Ramirez led the entire league and the American League with 53. Xavier Edwards led the National League with 46. Walks, Shohei Ohtani had 95. He led the National League. Kyle Schwarber was right behind him with 94. The American League leader ended up being Jordan Alvarez with 93. On base percentage, Roman Anthony tied with Nick Kurtz at 419 to lead both the majors and the American League. The National League leader would be Ronald Acuna with a 401 on base percentage. Slugging percentage, that went to Nick Kurtz of the Athletics. He finished with a 686 to lead the league and the American League. National League leader, Shohei Ohtani, 629, just 1 point above Ronald Acuna Jr., who had a 628. OPS, Nick Kurtz led the entire league with a 1.104. The National League leader ended up being Ronald Acuna Jr. with a 1.030. Wins, the entire major leagues, it was a three-way tie between Tarek Skubal, Yamamoto, and Christopher Sanchez. They tied with 17. Chris Sale ended up with 16. Kate Horton also had 16. George Kirby ended up in that cluster of being tied for fourth with 16 wins as well, as did Logan Gilbert. Losses, Yamamoto led the entire league, only suffering 2 losses on the year to lead the league and the National League. The American League leader ended up being Max Fried with 5. Saves, David Bettenard led the American League and the league with 57. Hunter Harvey led the National League with 53 for the Cubs. ERA league leader ended up being Chris Sale with a 228. Ended up leading the National League and the league as a whole. Cole Reagans ended up leading the American League with a 2.32 ERA. Home runs allowed, Gavin Williams allowed the least with 14. He led the league and the American League. The National League leader ended up being a tie between Shohei Ohtani and Tyler Mahle, who each had 17. Shutouts, Christopher Sanchez led the league and the National League with 3. His teammate, Zach Wheeler, ended up with 2. The leader for the American League ended up being a tie between Nathan Eovaldi and Joe Ryan, each having 2. Brandon Woodruff ended up with 1. Strikeouts, Logan Gilbert edges out Chris Sale. He leads the league and the American League with 249. Sale ends up leading the National League with 246. George Kirby ends up with 243 on the year. And I know we had another one for, Castillo finishes with 198. Complete games. George Kirby leads the majors and the American League with 7. And the funny part about it is the Mariners have the top 3 positions, and we have 4 out of the top 5. So Kirby leads the league with 7 in the American League. Gilbert finishes with 6. Castillo finishes with 6. And Bryce Miller finishes with 3. And Miller missed 2 months. So imagine if he had been able to play the entire season, he would probably be higher up. He'd probably be closer to 6 than 3. Innings pitched. Logan Gilbert pitched 237 innings to lead the league and the American League. George Kirby did that. Logan Gilbert finished with 225.2. The National League leader ended up being Christopher Sanchez with 216.1, beating Paul Skeens out by 3 innings. Michael McGreevy ended up allowing the least amount of walks with 31 to lead the National League and the league. The American League leader, this is going to be an interesting one, ended up being 39, and that was Tanner Bibby. Wow. The whip league leader ended up being Christopher Sanchez at 1.02. He ended up tied with the American League leader, Tarek Skubal, who also had a 1.02 whip. Pitching war, that ended up going to Tarek Skubal, who had a 5.9. He led the league in the American League. The National League leader ended up being Chris Sale with a 5.5. Batting war, Shohei Ohtani, an 8.7. He led the league and the National League. Roman Anthony ended up being the American League leader, ended up tying with Alejandro Kirk for an 8.4. Julio Rodriguez finished with an 8.0 for the Mariners. And that is it. We will get to the awards. So we'll cover the American League, and then we'll go to the National League. So the MVP for the American League ended up being Nick Kurtz. He beat out Aaron Judge and Corey Seager. Cy Young, of course, ended up going to Logan Gilbert. He beat out teammate George Kirby and Tarek Skubal. Gilbert ended up 16-7 with a 4.23 ERA and 249 strikeouts, breaking Skubal's dominance and keeping Skubal from earning his 3rd in a row. Alejandro Kirk won the batting title with a 3.28 average, barely beating out Nick Kurtz and then beating out Roman Anthony with the Red Sox. Reliever of the year, David Bettenard finished with 57 saves. He beat out Tampa's Griffin Jacks, who had 43, and Mark Leiter Jr. of the A's, who had 48. Rookie of the year ended up going to Murakami. He finished with a 230 average, 22 homers, 54 RBIs. He beat out George Valera, who had a 239 average, but only 19 home runs and 43 RBIs. Tatsuya Ima ended up finishing 3rd with a 9-12 record, 4.49 ERA, and 198 strikeouts. Hank Aaron Award went to Nick Kurtz. He beat out Aaron Judge and Roman Anthony. Gold Glove for pitchers goes to Kyle Bradish. Ryan Jeffers won it for the catchers. Jonathan Arnada won it for first base. Josh Naylor finished 3rd. Second base goes to Marcelo Mayer. 3rd goes to Caleb Durbin. Short, Zach McKinstry. Left field goes to Roman Anthony. He beats out Wyatt Langford and Cody Bellinger. Center goes to Dalton Varsho. He beats out Jake Mayers and Julio Rodriguez. How, I don't know, but he did. Because he didn't have near the amount of putouts that I had or the amount of assists. I almost doubled his assist total. Honestly, you could make an you could make a you could make an argument that Jake Mayer should have won it because he had more putouts, even though he had less assists. But he had more putouts than Varejao, and he had the same amount of assists. Right field, Mike Trout wins it. He beats out Jesus Sanchez and Lawrence Butler. Silver Slugger for the DH goes to Pete Alonso. He beats out Kyle Mazzardo and Kerry Carpenter. Silver Slugger for catchers, Cal Raleigh. 47 homers and 100 RBIs. Need I say more? First baseman, it goes to Nick Kurtz. 52 homers and 116 RBIs. I'm sorry, he beats out Jake Burger and Vinny Pasquantino. No argument for me on that one. Jazz Chisholm wins it for second base. He beats out Gleyber Torres and Luke Keeschel. Short third base goes to Jose Ramirez. He beats out Royce Lewis and Junior Camarero. Short goes to Gunnar Henderson. He beats out Seager and Bobby Witt. Honestly, I'm kind of wondering how he won it because he didn't have a better average than Seager. He didn't have as many homers, and he had less RBIs. So how did he beat Seager for it? Because Seager had a better average, he had more homers, and more RBIs. That don't make sense to me. In the outfield, Aaron Judge gets a Silver Slugger. Yordan Alvarez and Roman Anthony finish second and third. Julio Rodriguez also gets a Silver Slugger, as does Brent Rooker. Now on to the National League. MVP, of course, Shohei Ohtani. Won it 3 years in a row. He beat out Ronald Acuna and teammate Freddie Freeman. Cy Young goes to Chris Sale. He beats out Yamamoto and Paul Skeens. Honestly, looking at his numbers, I can see why. No argument for me. Batting title goes to Ronald Acuna. He beats out Fernando Tatis and Shohei Ohtani. Again, look at the numbers. He had a slightly better average than both Tatis and Ohtani. Yes, he had less homers, but he had more RBIs with 114. So you could make an argument on the homers that maybe Shohei should have finished second, but the average speaks for itself, and Acuna had a better average. Reliever of the year went to Raisel Iglesias. Really? I figured Hunter Harvey would have won it because he finished with more saves. So that is interesting. Rookie of the year ended up being Robbie Snelling for the National League. He finished 9-6, 3.23 ERA with 126 strikeouts. He beat out Bryce Motts, who finished 7-1 with a 2.92 and 102 strikeouts, as well as Giants catcher Daniel Susac, who finished 273 with 8 homers and 26 RBIs. Hank Aaron Award went to Ronald Acuna Jr. Again, no argument for me. Gold Glove for the pitchers, Jake Irvin. Will Smith for the catchers, Bryce Harper at first. Nasim Nunez at second. Eugenio Suarez at third. Ezekiel Tovar ends up winning it at short. Gold Glove for left field, Herberto Hernandez for the Marlins. Luis Roberts won it in center field, beating out teammate Tyron Taylor. See, that's where I agree. Yes, Taylor had more putouts, but Roberts had 7 more assists, so that it should count for something. Gold Glove for right field goes to Corbin Carroll. He had a perfect fielding percentage. He had more putouts. Yes, he had less assists, but fielding percentage was perfect, and he had more putouts. So, Silver Slugger for the DH, Shohei Ohtani. I mean, you have more homers. You finish with more homers, and honestly, with the way he's been doing it, he should. He's won it 3 years in a row. I'm not arguing. I wouldn't argue with that. Silver Slugger for catchers. Will Smith wins it. First baseman, it ended up being Freddie Freeman. Second ended up being Jake Cronenworth. He broke Ketel Marte's 2-year reign. Marte, coincidentally, ended up finishing third. Bo Bichette wins it for third base. Manny Machado, his 2-year reign was broken by Bichette, who, coincidentally, Machado finished second. Connor Norby ended up finishing third. Shortstop, Francisco Lindor. He gets it 2 or 3 years. He beats out Swanson and Abrams. The outfield, Tatis gets it for 1 spot. Soto gets it for the other. And Marcell Ozuna wins it for the 3rd spot. They beat out Brian Reynolds and Kyle Tucker. All right, so before we go, let's take a look at let's look. So the Rays and the Royals got the byes, finishing with the better records. It will be the Yankees and the Twins in one wild card game, and Seattle and Boston in the other. The winner of Seattle and Boston will face the Royals. The winner of the Yankees and the Twins will face the Rays. In the National League, the Cubs and the Braves finished with the top 2 records. They end up with the byes. The Dodgers are actually going to be in the wild card game. They will take on the Mets, and the Pirates and the Padres end up in the other wild card game for the National League. Honestly, I honestly expect us to beat Boston. We should beat Boston. The Yankees-Twins series, to me, that's a toss-up, because that could go either way, and that depends a lot on the pitching. San Diego and Pittsburgh, honestly, if Paul Skeens starts the first game for the Pirates and they win it, to me, I feel like the Pirates should move on. If they don't, then the Padres may move on. The Dodgers and the Mets, man, this is one of those where you've got 2 teams that went out, spent money, and they're locking horns on the wild card. Honestly, I feel like the Dodgers will probably win this one. But if the Mets make it competitive, it could get interesting. I'm just saying. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. And we will have that playoff series. So since the wild card is 3 games, we will do the entire wild card setup. We will run through the 3 games if that ends up being the case. Game 1, Logan Gilbert versus Garrett Crochet. That will be a hell of a pitching matchup. Game 2, George Kirby and Ranger Suarez. Again, an incredible pitching matchup. And then the last game, Luis Castillo versus Patrick Sandoval. I'm good with that. I'm really good with that. I'm really good with that. So, I honestly expect us to win the first 2 games. I I don't expect this to go 3. I expect Castillo to open the next round. I expect the next round to basically be Castillo, Miller, and then Ryan Sloan, and then Gilbert and Kirby coming in and finishing it out if need be. That's what I expect. I expect us to win the first 2 games, send the Red Sox packing, and move on to the next round to face the Royals. That's what I expect. So that will be that wild card. So let's take a look at the matchup for the Yankees and the Twins. So we're gonna go find the Twins. So game 1 between the Twins and the Yankees will be Joe Ryan and Max Fried. Game 2 will be Cam Schlittler and Pablo Lopez. And then game 3 would be Carlos Rondon and Todd Bradley. That seems like that one. To me, I think the swing game will be game 2. I think if Lopez battles Schlittler and actually picks up the win, then that will propel whatever. I mean, if Fried wins game 1 and then Lopez comes back and they win game 2, it's going to make game 3 between Bradley and Rondon a hyper-competitive game. All right, National League, it's going to be Pittsburgh and San Diego. All right. So for the Pirates, Paul Skeens against Michael King. I expect the Pirates to win game 1. Game 2, Jared Jones against Griffin Canning. That could be a toss-up because Jones could be on it, and Canning could be as well. That one could be a toss-up. And the final game, Matt Waldron against Carmen Malinsky. If it gets to game 3, that could be anybody's game, honestly. And then the Dodgers and the Mets. Game 1, Yamamoto versus Clay Holmes. Ooh, that one could get spicy. Especially Yamamoto is 17-2. Holmes at 12-9. That could get spicy. Game 2, Ohtani versus Taylor McGill. Oh, come on, that's just not fair. If Yamamoto goes out and does his thing in game 1, then it should be over after game 2. And game 3 would be an afterthought. It would be Blake Snell against David Peterson. So, man, God bless the Mets. If they get through game 1 with a victory, God bless the Mets because they deserve it. My God. So, weather playoff bracket. We may do that. We may do the wild card today. Again, depends on what I got going on. So we may do the wild card. We may do the two. We may run the wild card bracket today, or we may do it over the weekend. Again, I'm not sure. It just depends on what I got going on. But that's a good possibility. So, well, 2 wins gets us the ALDS. 5 wins gets us the ALCS. 9 gets us to the World Series, and 13 gets us to the championship. So, it should be fun. But we'll be back with postseason baseball either later today or this weekend. And we will look to see if Seattle will be able to put the Red Sox to bed and go on and face the Royals, or whether or not it will be one and done for Seattle, and we will be making plans for the offseason and watching basically who can stop the Dodgers from winning another World Series. Until then, I will see you guys later. Y'all have a great day and enjoy your Friday.